Uh, Hello. What is up? We're gonna watch some AoE Brazilian Dynasty Tato versus Leary. Oh, I need to change all that. Settings, casting, Brazilian Dynasty. Best of 5. Okay. Let's catch up to a live game. So far, it's Tato versus Leary, Poggers. Japanese versus Georgians. Alright, it should be back now, hopefully. Georgians versus Japanese, both of them have knights, interesting. And monks. Monks going down. Leary seems like he's ahead. Military count 17 to 12. It's not too bad for now. Too close, dude. Leary is still far ahead. Military count 5 to 16. Yeah, the monks. Okay, that was a quick game. Not bad, not bad. Very nice. Uh, from the second game, I think we should be able to watch.
I mean, he's backing up because he doesn't want a full reset on the units. I think he
Yeah.
wants to retain some sort of military to support his siege. And that's a better fight for Leary. As Tato just trying to get the conversions. Leary's coming in with a light cab, trying to snipe the monk, and he does. Another monk going for a conversion by Tato. He does get it.
I think the
Tato
Cav
taps
Archers
out.
won him the
Just too much
game.
Pressure by Leary. Fantastic play from Leary there after
Damn.
all of that pressure coming in.
The auditorium looks
from
really
Tato.
nice, huh?
I really like the strategy from Tato. I really
Yeah.
like how condensed he played, and then how he pushed out with the men-at-arms and the towers, taking advantage of the foxes, of the hunts on the outs.
Uh-oh. Audio bug. Hold on. Wait. We still have the audio bug. Oh, we're back. We're not. We're back. Okay, we're not back. Okay, we're back. Ooh, this would be a good time for me to fix this. Hold on.
Yeah. It was
We
working
back?
for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're back. Momentary technical difficulties. Sorry,
Very
everyone.
loud bang in the ear as well, but it's okay.
Exactly. We will recover.
I don't know who this JBR is, but
And Leary's off to a fantastic
okay. I think
Once
we're
again,
good
the
here.
damage control there from Leary was phenomenal. He didn't get value from his initial strategy, which I think if he had denied Tato going out to the Foxes would have been good, but he wasn't able to do that. And then, like, the patience here with the counter towers to reposition it there, send the villagers out to take that one, to save the villager behind the mill as
Yeah.
well. The archers
Did
are
they
right
start
on
the second?
time.
No, they're waiting for the
I
Amazonia.
feel like Tato played really well in scouting the barracks because he saw Georgians and he wasn't like greedy pushing deer. He's instantly saw the barracks. He was like, okay, he's going for a drush or like the insta drush. I'm gonna wall in my resources and then go for manatams behind that. So it was a really nice adaptation from Tato. I think Tato's playing really well at the moment.
Yeah.
I think the mistake he made was his transition to Castle Age. He was a little bit slower than Leary because he got Manatam armor and he added more units. But then again, that's okay if he was adding like spears, for example. On the way up, you had like 3-4 spears.
Because you know the knights are coming.
Because you know the knights are coming,
Yeah.
exactly. You already have the skirms, so Leary is probably not going to play CA.
I mean, also just the small mistakes that Leary
Yeah.
doesn't really make, like the double bid axe missing.
Yeah.
We'll wait for them
That
to
doesn't
start the
happen
next
to Leary,
match.
right? And that's a big deal when you're looking for that wood to invest in maybe the market a little bit later to sell the stone to go up to Castle Age a little bit faster, right? It was some missed opportunities there from Tato, but we're going to have
The Mangonels are not
game
that
number
good
2
against
coming
Knight,
up.
huh?
Tato looking for a win here. Leary looking to continue his phenomenal play against Tato. We saw the previous results. He's 18-8. We see T90 coming in. We see a couple people from the crowd. And our little spooky caster setup here. We get a little bit more light, maybe.
And now the thing is, if you're Tato, what map are you thinking about? Do you want to go to Pantanal, Amazonia, Parque, or Surtao? Is it a home map angle, or is it a Leary's home map angle?
I feel like you want to slow it down a
We're
little.
still
Oh, I
waiting.
think he's going
if
to
you're Tato.
Amazonia.
Yeah,
See the 2 question
Amazonia would
marks.
be my guess
Yeah.
as well. You try and get a win there, and then you let Leary go on to Surtao or something he's really
Refresh
comfortable on,
this.
and then try and disrupt. But the first step of the process for Tato is definitely getting a win.
All right,
He's
let's
going
look
to
at the
bank on his home map.
civilizations. Amazonia is
we were
like
talking about the sim
waterish.
selection on this,
Maybe Portuguese or
before we
Malay
started up the stream here.
for
Japanese was
Leary.
the one that I thought he might pick here.
For Tato.
Persians is also great civilization, and we see that coming in.
Word.
Persians against Portuguese.
Portuguese. I was about to say
Yeah,
Persians versus
Portuguese.
Portuguese, and the reason Tato went to this map is because Tato has by far
Yeah,
the best
Persians
civs on the
and
map, right?
Portuguese are
So you kind of want
good.
to, if you're down
Okay,
0-1,
all
you
right.
want to get a game back. You don't want to go down 0-2.
Yeah.
So you go Amazonia, you get the Persians, best civ, you have an amazing start, your docks have double the HP, really hard to take out. But then again, Leary has the better.
All right, let's get into it. What the shit is this? What the fuck? How? Okay, they need to fix this capture rate shit, man. I don't know why it keeps lagging. Again. We gotta do this a couple of times, I think. Alright, again. How long? How many times do I have to do this, man? Very nice. Bro, please, man, give me the game. Holy shit. Can we watch it in their POV? Might as well, right?
CCM in the playoff 3 stage. And also, like, normally with Persians, your dock goes up way, way faster than your opponents because of the extra 50 wood. But look at Leary's dock. It's going up at similar timing as Tato's, which means the fishing ship should come out. You know, pretty similar timing.
Yeah, he's going to be about half a fishing ship behind, which
Yeah.
isn't the worst thing ever. Also, Portuguese, one bonus that they have for the Navy, I mean, Persians have the extra HP, so it's super, super difficult to take out their docks. Tato could have like 10 ships inside of it, and Leary's
Yeah.
trying to kill it. It could be brutal, but Portuguese have the extra HP for the ships, and they also have a gold discount as well, so it can be really, really good synergy for the water play.
Yeah, so Tato's save is a bit more reliant to camp. Like, he can make the tower, hit the docks, double HP. It's very hard to take it out. And right now, Leary's looking for the bot.
What happened here? Ooh.
Oh, he was down a villager.
Ooh.
I didn't see this.
What?
Oh, Tato came in. Tato
Oh.
and you can't quick
Wow.
wall on the bridge.
Lulz.
There's no ability to quick wall there, so Tato denies that. We didn't see that. Shout out to Vodka
That's-
for having that on
okay.
the second screen.
I guess you
noticing
can't
that.
really,
-1 villager there for Leary. That is about the
build
best
on the
start
bridge, right?
that you can
So
actually have for Tato.
Yeah, and it's not also just a dead vill, right? It's the balls coming in later, which means your uptime will be slower because you don't have the food.
2 seconds RLTC for Leary.
And then
Oh, so many.
17.
So many capybaras. 17 capybara.
Look at them all crossing the bridge.
There's 3 behind there for Leary. Like, there's nothing for Leary.
This is looking amazing
4.
for Tato. This is like perfect start. Look at the
Yeah.
resources. You're 300 res ahead, And that's not including the starting resources.
Yeah. And look at the
Wouldn't
food
it
count
be
for Leary.
little counterintuitive if you have that many capybara, but you don't have enough villagers to
Villager in the queue.
If you're in
uh,
the situation, you adapt and go FC.
gather from the capybaras, right? I mean, I guess he's gonna have a lot of food under his
I
TC,
think Leary
and he
knows
doesn't
his
have
role
to,
is kind of cooked. He's going to play defensive on water.
and he doesn't have
He
to
gets
do
fights, right, as he does.
a lot of farm
Either way,
seeding and shit.
bring
So
in now
kind of
for
works
Leary.
out, I
It's
guess.
only 4 fishing ships for him. He's adding a 5th one now. Tato should probably go for a 2nd dock. I don't know if 3rd dock.
Now,
is
why does Leary not have that much capybara? Did
Well,
Tato end
dock's
up
good.
stealing Leary's capybaras,
Because
or
if you have 1 dock,
dude,
sorry, if you
Leary's
have 2
getting
docks and
even
your opponent
more
has 1,
capybaras?
that's good for you, right? Because you will win water, you both invested. And then if you win water whilst your opponent's investing, they're delayed to castle age.
Yeah.
But the only reason why you wouldn't go 3 docks if Leary's staying 1 is because you're investing too much. Like, you can win the water with 2 docks, right? Especially with the production time from Persians.
I think you just have such a timing advantage here. You can
Yeah.
you start with 2, and then you figure out what
You
state
kind of just
he's at.
adapt to what
Yeah.
he's doing, yeah.
Also, like, we've been seeing it. Tato bringing the scout over to the other side faster than
Wait,
Leary
you can-
pushing in the ostrich.
Oh, you can mine gold from the oysters right next to the dock.
And he
Crazy.
doesn't want to bring them across the bridge because he saw the scout there from Leary. He gets to the feudal age, and that's such a huge timing advantage for him. He's going to kill the scout from Leary before Leary ever gets there.
And now we see Leary shaking his head, and everything just snowballs, right? The mistakes
Yeah.
snowball. You miss the ball, your uptime's slower, you have less on water, less navy, and you're up later, which means your scout hasn't got the bonus for the feudal.
Holy capybaras.
Capybaras coming
And
across
Hulk's
Tato.
coming
The
forward
Hulk's
now.
Coming across from Tato, and he's going to get to the docks from Leary before a single ship is produced. He might be able to snipe a fishing ship here. Might be able to block this. Let's see. Nope.
Oh, this is really bad for Leary. He hasn't got a mining camp. All of his vills are taking the oysters, but if Tato has the map control, Leary cannot take gold, and therefore cannot make...
Now, what is the plan? Now Hulk's come in for Leary. Leary does have, I think Portuguese get cheaper
It's 2 Hulks
ships, I
beginning,
think,
followed
and
by 2
fire ships.
galleys
Okay.
from Tato, and then 2 more Hulks behind that. I actually like that opening a lot.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the best opening is normally 2 hulks into 2 galleys and then 2 fires, because then it's really rock, paper, scissors these days, where like in the past, it was only fire ships and demos.
Yeah.
On these
Yeah,
small
one
galleys,
Hulk
maybe
down
galleys
for
will come
Tato.
again, but
Okay, okay.
now it's
Now
not
more
all
Hulks coming in.
adapting, reacting.
Leary not adding in any galleys yet. Tato not adding in any.
Idle
galleys.
TC,
Defense
9
Remember,
seconds for
Leary
Leary.
ships have more HP than Tato.
Oh, okay. So Portuguese
Tato's
ships have
subs
more
are really tough
HP.
to kill, but Leary's ships will be tougher to kill, and Leary is really good at winning those fights when he's in a position that's behind his opponent. He's already
Yeah.
lost the villager. He's already
Damn,
lost
he has to go to berries now. Portuguese also get wood from berries, so that's not too bad.
Also, one thing I like about Leary, he added 2 more fishing ships than Tato. So right now, the population is kind of even, when in theory, Tato should be ahead. And also,
just kinda
Tato goes for the
believed-
2 galleys now.
He believed in his superior navy, right? And his defense.
Now
So
galleys
then
come
he
in.
fished to make up for the fact that he lost the villager previously.
And is that Tato on the left side getting more
is-
capybaras?
What
I
is
think
Leary
those-
being attacked by? He's got
Jesus
a hint that he's
Christ.
being attacked by something. It's some wildlife. Ah.
Uh-oh.
Ah. Remember, you can't wall on the bridge, but a Hulk comes out.
And Tato's...
Damn.
Oh,
It's
no.
going to help his
gonna
friend,
be
and
so
now
unfortunate.
Leary is going to go for a
That
barracks
feels dead.
over here. But
Oh,
Tato's
God.
here with the scout. He was waiting, and he snipes the villager. Nothing is going right here economically.
Oh,
for Leary
God.
this game.
As we see Leary laughing in the little corner cam. Would you say he's tilted?
Leary's getting too
I
unlucky.
think you get tilted on the first lure. On that one, you're just like, oh, what well played, whatever. That's so lucky.
Okay.
attack. I don't think
Like,
he knew that villager was being attacked by.
Leary
But
lost
then
2
again, you also say
units.
Tato scouts
Tato
in
does
positions,
have
right?
Makes their
So-
own luck.
Exactly.
lesser navy. I think Tato's just going a little
So he got all
defensive,
the
maybe.
capybara, That's how he sees what Leary's going for over there. He's added in 2 galleys. 2 galleys isn't really enough to make a difference here. If Leary finds
Okay, you gotta. I think ship battles these days is like you gotta play more defensive
position and go up to Castle Age, but
while you get your numbers
more
up.
food available to him, and I think he's gonna have a lot
Archery
more
range now for Leary.
Castle Age timing here than Leary.
Yeah, and those two galleys he added, it's just to snipe the low HP Hulk. So right now, they're not going to kill a lot, but whenever Leary has a low HP Hulk at the back, just doing damage.
Oof.
Nice
Fish.
find from Leary. 2 fishing ships going down. Tato paying attention on the other side, not paying attention over there. Leary has already started Archer production.
But
in the
Castle
north.
Age is in
knows
for
that's
Tato.
going to
Leary's
keep
not that
in
far
phase
behind.
Preemptively, so he could go for a stable or something. And also, Tato, one of the only players we've seen this tournament and recently actually add in
Demos, yeah. I'm not sure about the demos because the demos are really weak to Hulks, and right now it just
They
it just dies.
It just died.
Damn.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
And they don't even do really any damage at the max range.
Like,
that a Hulk's gonna hit it.
It can be good when the Hulks are patrol stacking.
Stable is good for Persians. They do more damage to
Versus
archers.
a pro play, he's
The
never gonna let that
knights.
happen.
I think it's unironically like good in mid Castle Age when you're paying attention to so many different areas. But
Yeah.
early on like this against Leary, you're just never gonna find that. Like,
Idle TC Leary 26 seconds. The fuck? Maybe he was idling to go up to castle.
fast. It's a minute and
No.
20 seconds faster.
Normally we see Leary always up to the next stage faster, but
Damn, that fishing ship got
There's
noobed.
no scouts to back up the archer. Like normally you're starting scouts your opponent, and you find where to hit with the units. But right now he's fighting blind.
I really like the fact that Tato sent some villagers over to that right side.
Okay, 2 archers
He
coming
knows the
in.
Pressure's going to come in here from Leary. He's going to have military here, but he also knows that Leary's missing the scout, like you said.
Yeah.
So he can sneak the villagers over there, and he can.
Knights production probably coming in. Yes? No?
And picking away
No?
his woodline.
And right now,
Yeah,
that should be
one
mostly
knight.
And yeah, these 2 archers would be very, very useless at the moment. I wonder what Leary goes for. 'Cause he hasn't really got wood to
Damn. Too many Hulks, dude.
Just ship upgrades.
just fight for the water. And right
And
now,
then
like
figure it
Leary's
out.
fighting.
Leary's going across the island with the archers. Across the bridge onto the island with the archers.
Nah, he's gonna lose
And
all
that's
his Hulks
actually a
here,
decent
right?
play, 'cause you weren't going to get any value over on the other side with those.
Yeah.
And Tato definitely did not expect those units to be there, as there's a big fight in the center.
Damn,
here.
damn. Navy.
KD, he takes
Yeah, the more
All of a sudden, Tato was,
HP
like, miles ahead,
is
so now
crazy
losing
on
wood. So now, like,
Portuguese.
he
That's
loses the
gonna
water,
give him a lot
Leary
of
just camp
advantage.
on the bridges, and every single time a Vil passes, you just hit them with the Hulk.
Yep.
Goes for the monastery,
Scout
quick
is still
wall.
here. Tato knows that.
Oof,
Tato knows
what the
something, and
shit,
Leary
okay.
stabs the scout and then puts the monastery foundation down, adding to that quick wall, and then we see more houses coming in from Leary. Fantastic
Yeah,
job.
alright.
He's just able to drag himself out of these
How are we
positions
gonna do
that would feel so uncomfortable for any other
against the Navy? The Navy is going to be crazy for him
That's a good
too.
option because the Portuguese have the cheapest CA, in
Um,
Castle Age, even cheaper than Huns.
For him to go back to like Leary has an advantage in terms of Navy, right? So he can add more fish behind this.
that upgrade.
And Tata has stopped making Navy too.
And
So this is
suddenly
nice.
Just sitting with 2 TCs and nothing else. And we said before that like Persians.
What are Hulks throwing at the Knights? Are they just like throwing fishing lines at him?
Pushing, so maybe like knights and like a siege workshop forward.
The alligator wants a
Right now,
piece of the
Tato's just gonna
ship.
Go into the boom game. Leary's adding the second TC on the south. Like right now, those 6 fishing ships, not like really efficient, but they're still taking shorefish when the gold runs out. As we have a replay coming in.
Replay. This is the quick walls from Leary. And this is a very stressful situation because Tato's deliberately trying to block this. The
Oof.
scout went back. I think that scout wasn't on
Bro, these
stage
guys'
enough, and that
APM is
wasn't
crazy.
Tato
Not gonna lie.
to attack the villager. That's
Like
very
normally you just want to
frustrating.
stand on the foundation so Leary
Yeah.
cannot make the building.
If that knight gets in there, it's very,
Oh!
very annoying for
Whoa.
Leary. Speaking of a knight getting into the economy,
2 villagers
that's
down.
4 villagers dead on the
Okay,
oysters.
4
Leary not
villagers.
noticing
Alright.
that. He's
Now
busy fighting
archers
with
are in though.
His cav archers at the front. Fishing ships now within range of that knight too, so lots of value coming in there for Tato as he's 3 TCs against Leary's 2. So he's expanding his villager count. It's 51 villagers for Leary,
To
or for
33.
Tato to 33. Yeah,
Wow.
33 is
I guess the
crazy.
fishing ships is
Bro, walk on the bridge.
Like, if
These
you're
guys are like
adding
Jesus.
Some fishing ships here with some fish traps on the center since you have control might be the right play, but
This is very frustrating for Tato, though. Those knights need to be over there. They need something over there to stop the cav archers.
as Tato snipes
Otherwise,
the monk.
the whole wood line is
Oof.
shattered.
That monk might get.
One monk down. Relic coming in
Okay,
now for
I guess
Fury.
not.
More scouts on this side for Tato. Still no solution to these cav archers, and it's going to be an awkward one from Tato as he goes for scorpions to try and defend this wood line. There's just so much idle time on this side.
Light cavalry is in now.
I think Leary just wants the game to be a bit slower paced, right? Like he wants to slow it down, be raiding. He always wants to have the map control because if you have the map control, you
Third
can kind of move
TC
behind.
for Tato. Village account 58 to 44 in favor of Tato.
The Scorpions against Cav Archers from Leary feels like
Unlucky, no conversion.
right? Like Leary's always going to be able to dodge those shots, but Tato just trying to expand his eco. Like you said before, he's playing the eco.
Two
game.
monks down.
He snipes 2 more monks from Leary. Fantastic play from Tato.
I think it's the
And
first-
Archer gets converted there
He
too.
converts the Cav Archer because Leary was busy.
Yeah, I think that Cav Archer also killed the other one, which was 1 HP.
Betrayal.
Honestly, I really like how Tato's playing. He's so active on the map. He's looking everywhere at the same time.
Yeah, I was kind of doubting.
How's the Capybara Pop looking at the center? I think there's still a few left.
Leary was going to be focusing water. He could find some opportunities on the land. I mean, we look at the villager count right now. 65 villagers against 44. And Tato ahead on the eco upgrades as well. So really, really good spot for him. The only question going forward is, will he be able to find a solution for the mobility and the range of the Cav Archers? And will he be able to hold this villager lead into the Imperial Age?
And actually, Tato
71
right now
to
is investing
54,
back.
dude. Villager
They actually have
count.
5 Hulks, and I think with the Persian docks,
They
Hulks,
just live forever.
yeah, Hulks are really weak versus docks,
Yeah.
and especially Persian docks, which have double the HP. So right now, Tato can mass up on water, and then on Garrison.
Siege coming forward, okay.
When you're playing Persians, you want the middle because all the gold is there.
Yeah.
And in late game, you're gonna play Savar, maybe CA, Hank and Aeneas.
That monk goes down, right?
Monk goes
Brutal
down.
situation over here, though, for Tato with these Cav Archers. Leary's micro and the mobility.
Leary has no
Just
bloodlines though.
Scorpions to push this away. Siege Workshop behind to deal with the Scorpions. Tato now ejecting with the Hulks. The Persian docks stayed alive for so long. I would have loved to see Leary mix in some fires to potentially take those out. But I mean, he needed all his resources to invest into these pushes because at some point we saw he only had 33 bills, right? Like his
Oh,
eco
that's
was
one Cav Archer goes down.
Not fantastic.
But there is a Mangonel coming out now.
First Mangonel to try and take out these.
Mangonel comes out and it's probably all these
Collected. Like, Leary's
Scorpions are gonna die.
the entire, like, you know, Castle Age, right? But the rest collected is still only 1,000.
I mean, there was so much idle time on the right side for Tato, running away from the CA and everything. So I think that was your
Fourth TC now, crazy.
Leary had his bills on berries, and with Portuguese, you get wood from the berries as well. So
I like this solution
Now,
here from Tato. He places
it's all going to be the
TC
castle timing for these
tough
guys.
for Leary to push that. Persian TC's also double HP
Yeah.
in addition to the docks. So
such an
It-
amazing
you'll need,
TC
like,
spot.
Oh shit. Here comes the mangoes.
that, and then there's the Siege Workshop behind from Tato. Bloodlines on the way for Tato. 31 on food for him. 34 on food somehow, though, for Leary. He's so consistent.
Yeah. Also, the setup on the right side for Tato is amazing because right now he could have made the TC right on the wood line, but he's making it in
Mangonel.
the middle so that the CA cannot run past them.
Oof.
Huge shot from Tato.
Yeah, nice shot. Good
Two
shot
Cav Archers
there from
down.
Tato. Takes a couple Cav Archers out from Leary. Bloodlines is coming in. More Knights are in the queue for Tato. Lots of food in the bank for Leary, so maybe thinking about that Imperial Age transition. Maybe once he gets a castle up, he's got
Yeah.
350 stone as well.
Okay.
Nice
So
shot
he
from
uses
Leary.
the market for that. Nice shot there from Leary. Tato can always retreat behind these TCs, but he'd love to be able to hold this position with that gold there in the stone.
Yeah, I think Leary's completely forgotten about Bloodlines because he's trying to. Okay.
There, no. He didn't forget.
Okay,
about
that's a
Bloodlines.
great
It's on the
shot.
way in. Does tank a big shot with the Cav Archers though. Tato still tries to push it back.
And
Yep.
Mangonel
Working
snipe.
away.
Yep, that
Another
farm
Mangonel snipe
tech.
from Leary, well done there, but it's double stable production for Tato. He has Bloodlines. He's got the first armor upgrade, and he's got forging. So maybe building up a knight army and then just gonna swoop in, snipe all the siege potentially from Leary in one.
Castle
in one
timing is going to be
What do
important.
you think about the heavy plow option for Leary? He goes for heavy plow, but I'm thinking if he sells the stone, doesn't do heavy plow, gets a faster Imperial Age time, and then goes Bracer with heavy CA. Actually, no,
Yeah.
Portuguese don't get heavy CA, so goes for the Scorpion Snipe.
Okay, Scorpion down.
I mean, I guess the question is, what is Imperial Age getting you here for the Portuguese, right? You can click chemistry, you can
Chemistry,
start going to
Bracer.
bomber cannons,
Yep.
bracer.
Goes for Pikes now.
Yeah, this is very strange. Like Leary's massing the resources for Imperial Age, and then he just keeps spending them, like trickling them into eco upgrades.
More
and
knights
pike
coming in, so
upgrade, right?
pikemen is
He's
not
kind of
bad.
just waiting until
Portuguese do get like full halb, so that's going to be good for them. Man, these guys are so good. Yo,
Really far ahead.
Tato?
what the fuck? Your Mangonel.
Right into that one, literally,
Yeah, so I think Leary's expecting Tato to hit Castle Age, sorry, Imperial Age anytime soon. So he wants to go Pikes and extended Castle Age.
I like this idea though from Tato. He's not going to fight the siege with the knights. He's going to let the TC tank the damage, and he's going to go forward with his knights. What is in the center there from Leary? It's just the navy, right? But there's also some villagers. So Tato getting some more villager kills. The castle is forced to go up on the northern part of the map for Leary. I think.
Yeah, I think that
once
is just
he
to save the
starts knights
gold.
coming across that center area. And he still can't push over here because of Persian TCs. Imperial Age is now on the way for Leary.
So now Tato has to stone for a castle. Where do you make this castle? You kind of have two options. It's either on the south or in the middle. You can control all of the gold in the center, or do you want to make it forward?
I think the middle is too risky.
You think?
Like,
Yeah.
how are you going to get there with if Leary spots it once? All
But
your
there is a lot of gold in the middle.
being dead. Tato coming in here for a good raid. He has +2 on the knights, so he can tank some damage. from
Yeah,
the
the villagers
Strong
have
start
taken out their
for
punching gloves,
Leary.
dude.
Leary paying attention here in the south. But
He's
not
hitting the
paying attention
farm.
in the middle as Tato continues to kill villagers. He's got the castle on the right side, so you ask the
More
question,
villages
does
go
it
down.
goes up to
95
your
to
right side
120.
town
Okay, that's a safe
he
castle.
has 360 stone still in the
Archers?
bank.
Where
Castle
is
too
Leary's
far away.
cav archers? They're probably going back to clean up these knights.
His units normally are hitting farms and buildings instead of vills a lot of the time. I'm not sure if that's like a stand ground issue
I think
or...
it's stand ground, and then he patrols, or he targets
Oh.
one bill, and then they just attack whatever is underneath them
Exactly, yeah.
immediately.
So right now,
Oh,
Tato's sitting
shit.
up to him.
Oh
That's
my
crazy.
God, great house there from Leary, and he
That's
gets
nice.
the conversion.
Damn.
On the full HP knight. That was insane.
I will say
Oh,
both players are playing so well here. Pulls back the knights, Lycap goes to work on the monks.
oh. One knight down, two knights down,
Two conversions, but you take
and
out
that
a couple
Mangonel is dead.
The Mangonel's
Knights
gonna go
close to
down
second
though.
Mangonel.
Still no Imperial Age click from Tato. That's another thing that he does consistently. Like, he loves hanging out in Feudal Age or Castle Age.
Yeah, we always see Tato with extended Castle Age, but normally when you have extended Castle Age, you want the map control.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the map control, you can get trapped, and it's really rough to play from that
Okay,
position.
now Pikeman is in.
I think he should really be prioritizing clicking up at the
Yeah,
moment.
I
Clicking
agree.
up just gives you an opportunity to go for chemistry right away, get the Cavalier upgrade.
He has to
the
click
armor
up now.
upgrade, Maybe get the Warship upgrade and try and take back the water in the center, right? There's just
Ram
so
is
many
coming in.
opportunities.
Halberdier tech comes in.
But that's right after Leary gets there, and Leary immediately prioritizes Halberdier.
And also, Tato's making ranges. Is this for heavy CA?
Could be for hand cannons, no?
Heavy CA with the Persians.
You don't have Bracer, but you have everything else. You have
Yeah.
Thumb Ring, Paladin Tactics, heavy CA. They are still viable.
It's for
Goes
commander and crossbow.
Ooh, cheap crossbows.
Into Portuguese. I mean, Leary won't expect it.
It's a weird one for sure.
It
I'm
is
not.
a-
I'm watching it and I don't expect it.
It is a weird one for sure. Oh, Tato, another classic kind of blunder from Tato. The wheelbarrow coming in at 130 villagers.
Yeah. Then again, Leary is missing Boso, so they're both lacking on the eco upgrades a little bit.
True.
So now for Leary,
Okay, so the forward
He's
siege
just
goes
trying to
down.
get damage.
Chemistry
Tato's
coming
done
in
a good
for
job
Leary.
with Damage control. He's stopped those cav archers from killing too many villagers this game. And
Ah.
Cav archers now pushing in and sniping some villagers on the gold. The knights are coming in from behind. Tato's trying to take care of these once and for all, but Leary's just going to run away again. Leary now going for chemistry, raiding in the north as well.
Lecheng is coming in.
So it's like 7 ranges in the south for Tato, and then there's like another
Okay,
5
it's a lot of
in
will
the
pick
north,
off.
And Elite Skirm is now coming in. Ballistics is on the way. Handcart's on the way. It feels like Tato really doesn't know what he wants to do in this situation.
yeah. Also, the position for Leary is amazing. Like he's cutting off both sides of the bridges, which means Tato is playing in 3 different spots at the same time.
Yes.
Like none of his army can connect. Like with Tato's units, he wants to be together. But right now he's
Okay,
just
Imp is in now.
snapping more and more vills.
It's kind of the
Albright on the
downside
north.
of spreading out to both sides on this map, right? You get access
Ballistics
to more
is in.
resources, it's great,
Ballistics
then,
affect
like you
scorpions
said, you're
too,
playing
so
so
it's
many
actually
different
pretty nice, I guess.
Like you can either like secure it with the castle next to the bridge, or you can just go on one side. Normally players opt to go both sides because the
Dude,
gold
look at the
is
amount of
quite low on this
raids.
map. It's all in the middle. across the center.
Population is now almost
Cavalier coming in for
148
Leary.
for Tato, 142 for Leary. I mean, Tato has had the economic lead for so long. Leary has just been trying to push him. And
Chemistry.
not really finding
Okay,
success,
okay.
but Leary, now that Tato's distracted in so many different areas, has been able to find some villager kills. Eco KD 35 to 25 now with some extra fishing ships going down. The archer ranges all aren't complete at the top here either. Tato trying to produce military in 2 different locations. He doesn't really have any clear map control. at all.
Cavaliers took on to the
He's got second,
skirms.
And he's got the majority of both sides.
And now this is amazing, Blurry. He really made a lot of halbs and CA, which both get counted to skirms, and now he knows that. He goes for Cavalier. Like, what does Tato make versus Cavalier and Halberdiers?
It's a forward castle. That's crazy.
You gotta find a way to force all of his units back, and then maybe you think about taking water
Yeah.
at that point, or getting a forward castle and establishing.
Second armor upgrade coming in now. These cav archers are gonna die.
In the center, right? But first, you have to get Leary out of your face.
Yeah.
You have to get Leary wandering back with slow units, like how
Monk goes down.
Space to
Cavalier's gonna be
And right now, like,
crazy
Leary's kind of
for
Leary's base to
Leary.
defend the raids.
And right now,
Portuguese
like,
do
Leary's
get
kinda
good
good.
Cavalier.
Space to defend the raids.
And right now, like, Leary's kind of.
Halberdiers into his
Oh
base
god,
to defend
not
the
this
raids.
again.
And right now, like.
Not that again,
to the
dude.
back, but Leary, of course, has a halberdier there to deal with that. Where does Tato's newest castle go? Does it go in the north?
I
Right.
think he wants to make it in the north.
Newest castle go? Does it go in the north?
I
Right.
think he wants to make it in the north where the outpost is on the
Yeah.
hill.
Very difficult though.
Lot
Commander
of
on the way for
Cavalier.
Tato. So he's
Commander
gonna
is like
spend
trash
wood
bows.
on these crossbows. Is crossbow really the play though? Is that what you want against Portuguese? Probably no.
Probably not. I think heavy CA was the option because that's the only thing that you can make that kills Cavalier, CA, and Halberdiers.
Like Tato's queuing up Hulks at the moment without the upgrade. He's got 20 crossbows in the queue. He's got 140 villagers.
A lot of
He
stone
doesn't
though
need
for
that second
Tato. He
castle.
just
I
needs to
mean,
make
it's
a
very
castle.
clear he doesn't know what to do.
I agree. Tao's like right now he's kind of caught in between 3 different transitions. Does he play water? Does he play land? Does he play crossbow? He doesn't really know what to do at the moment.
And like 20 villagers are going to go down in the north here. So keep
130 to 135.
trying to
Portuguese
expand his
have more
window.
villagers
He tries
now.
to go for a castle there, but the
I don't think that's
cav
going up.
archers are still there. Like that's just panic.
That castle
That's
is
just
not
panic
going
and
up.
Confusion from Tato. Where is he even pushing? Where is he focusing right now? He's clearly not focusing on this castle. Maybe defending more villagers on this side, trying to clear up the halbs. Leary has done such a fantastic job to recover in this game after a really, really rough start for him. And Leary's got the position.
Oh,
in the
shit.
south. He's killing the villagers.
This
in the
trap is
center.
gonna
He's
go
denying
down.
The castle in the north. And
Maybe?
He's been trying to snipe these trebs from Tato, but Tato
Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
manages to save.
Unless
And it's the same as
Okay.
game 1. Tato had the better opening, the better start, the better position, but then Leary just finds a way to come back into the game.
Just one
all
third
these
of
are gonna go. The Cavalier was such a good
prioritizing Navy. Was it just going into the
uh,
I don't know. It looks
transition for Leary, right?
It's really hard to point to just one big mistake. I think it was just lots of tiny, tiny mistakes that only Leary can find. I would say maybe like on the Navy, right? Because that's when the population evened up.
Yeah.
He lost his Navy and he lost the fishing ships.
Tato's still working away on this castle on the hill.
I mean, Tato has more population right now.
He does, but 45 of it is crossbows
Commander and
without
crossbows.
bracers.
Yeah, that's
so
not the greatest.
I don't know. That's almost half a population at this point. The Cavalier now coming in for Leary. He can
No
just
bombard
focus on
cannons.
that,
These
or he can
crossbows
work away
are
on
gonna
these crossbows.
die.
Plenty of gold available for him. Tato's still kind of threatening them.
And these traps might also end up dying, no? Both the traps because of the bombard cannon. Yeah. And now he's going for Cavalier.
That's crazy for Leary, and he's raiding on the north. There's so much flashing all over the minimap.
Tato's just, it feels to me like it's impossible to play from this situation for Tato.
A few minutes ago, he had like 3,000 to 4,000 res ahead. Now it's only like 800, 500, 400 hits. The way Leary comes back in this game, it's crazy. Because you know, maybe old Leary resigns after that second build
Yeah,
kill.
maybe.
But now he's just fighting in the games.
Strengthening the north side now with the
He has such a
castle.
good record against Tato, right? Maybe he just feels comfortable.
Yeah.
Feels if the game goes on long enough, I'm gonna incrementally like take better fights his opening strategy, if it doesn't kill me, I'm gonna survive and I'm gonna grind out a victory.
Bro, still making crossbows. Yeah, like Tato's going for the weakest unit Persian
Also,
can
he was
make.
securing the north side. He
And-
has
Which
the
is
middle control of
crossbows.
The north and the south. Tato right now has 0 gold. He has
This
2
is
on
the
gold.
most valuable part of Tato's army, and it's 34.
Damn, dude.
Great job from Leary. He lost the villager to the lame. He lost the villager to the scout after it got damaged by the crocodile. And Lewis just points to the top of my head. That's all you can see. Little egghead in the caster booth over here.
I will say, I think both players are playing really well.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like a really high-level game we're watching. Tato's having the lead in
Tato
both
needs
games, but
to
he's
win
finding
3
ways
games
back.
in a row to qualify. This is a knockout after all.
Like, he
at
had
Katie.
such a good start, and then Leary managed to snowball it. I do.
You
have
can't
questions
believe
about why
Persians
Canada
actually
played
lost to
your name.
Portuguese.
You had such an advantage on the timing, and then you just instantly go for a TC instead of continuing on with that play.
I think the thing is, when you've invested so hard onto the Navy, it feels like you should just get the upgrade. It's
Yeah.
like 300 resources
Yeah, yeah.
total. And then if you win the water, you have your fishing ships alive. You have the bridges that you are camping. Like, you just get so much value from those. Oh, and here we have the block for Tato.
Yeah, he's got that happy pig mod on, little face above it, and he denies that, then goes for the dock here.
He also got so many capybaras,
so
right?
many capybara. Like, he had every advantage early, and he knows that he had the advantage as well, which makes it worse, right?
Yeah.
He
I guess,
killed
like,
the scout, like,
and then he killed another Vil after this.
yeah.
It's like, if you're Tato now, you've had perfect case scenario, like literally best case scenario in this game, and you still lost. It kind of feels bad after this.
So lucky right here, but like you
Yeah.
said, you make your own luck. You're
Like, his
sitting
scout's in
right
the correct
spot.
position to, yeah, exactly.
I don't even know if Tato manually clicked that, or if the scout just automatically
All right.
clicked that villager. And then there's this fight right now.
We have
This was
Tato
interesting.
unupgraded ships,
Fuck.
and then he commits to this area, right? Like, he doesn't run away. He
Hold
doesn't
on.
try and snipe the fish from Leary or anything. He just sits there.
When this fight started, he was a minute faster ahead to Castledge than Leary. If he gets the upgrade, he wins the fight.
we have
And then you have
time to do one game
What,
of
45
this.
seconds later?
Yeah.
So you're sacrificing 2 Vils, but to win the water. I think that's definitely worth it.
So many could have been, should have been moments
Yep.
in that game. Leary, though, battling through it. Leary's just so good. And I think I mentioned it. We should talk about it again. When he was pressuring in Castle Age, Leary, he was running around with these cav archers, dealing with the Navy from Tato, everything like that, trying to expand. Consistently 30 plus villagers on farms,
Yeah.
right? When he wanted to click up to Imperial Age,
Green Lake Resort.
or something like that. He just magically, it seems like magic. He has the res.
Yeah.
to go
Chiang
up.
Mai.
It's, I don't even know what to say. Like, he was so far behind in the early game.
And then you can see, like, this is the point of the game where Tato's just
I think it's somewhere here.
And then also you have the map control spot. Versions you don't
Chiang Mai.
don't have Bracer. Like,
Okay, Chiang Mai is up there.
You're going to be having the map.
I could have found it a
It's
little
really hard.
more efficiently there, but it's
Well,
fine.
Here we are, waiting for game number 3. We are in Sao Paulo right now. We are at the top of a shopping center. It's actually a really cool setup we've got.
Egghead.
Question mark. I am here with eliminated player Lewis, aka the
Memoria.
AKA the Nikov Slayer,
Europe,
aka
Italy.
Kumas.
Italy.
And where do we?
I'm gonna go with
where does
Milan.
Does he go to the home map? I guess he does.
Yeah.
Boom.
So
Tries
I
to get
think-
some revenge.
I think we'll see Chinese versus Hunks here. I think that makes
Yes.
sense.
Get
Chinese
shit on, buddy.
And it's also interesting because maybe
That
Tato
looked
is
more like a Milan play anyway, so.
He's taken out Leary's best hit. So then he has momentum going into the last 2 games. But then
Stop
again,
sign.
it also could backfire and you could just lose 3-0. So Chinese, Hunks, yeah.
So this is exactly.
ES Estonia?
Yeah, so the thing is with Nightfall start, whenever you build the Chinese on a Nomad, whenever you build the TC with Chinese on a Nomad start, you instantly get those 3 bills. And also you have
Now, where is Estonia?
on the outside, so you actually have no idle TC if you have the perfect build. So all of a sudden you just 3 bills up for no reason, which is why Chinese is banned most of the time.
I mean, Hux is still really solid. He hit the horse. There's so many hurdles in this game.
ES is Estonia. I just don't know where it is.
You can see how they're set up, see how far the goal is away from their TC. Maybe there's right? find the villagers on the outside. Too.
And also, you can blame the
Yes, is
ball.
Espanol. Okay, alright, dude. Don't worry, dude. I'm coming. I'm
So,
coming.
like pulling the balls in towards your town center and the scouts.
Where is Estonia? Is it in Africa?
Super unfortunate situation here for Tato.
Malaysia.
Found a place to put his town center way faster for Leary. So Leary's gonna start building that much sooner than the
Where in Malaysia? Bandar Dan William Villa, Malaysia.
is waiting for that TC to go up before he can get the horse, and we're gonna have Leary waiting for that TC to go up before
And
he
also,
can get the actual.
if you look on the left side, you should see Leary having 3 bills. Wait, those 3 bills.
Jakarta?
Yeah, food, but he needs to make the mill. Yeah, it's actually Leary kind of messing up here, because normally that mill's up, and the second your TC's up, right? Then you have the 58 food, you don't need to loom.
I mean, he'll get loom anyway because there is a chance that Tato can come along with the horse.
I think it's somewhere here.
That's true.
Something like that.
Maybe.
It's just-
Don't know where exactly in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, the actual
Dej,
results are nice.
probably.
I guess
No, we're still in it. All right, Mr. Tom Bell. Oh God, there's a dog.
Yeah,
Okay, we need to find some kind of a sign. Is that a mosque? Nope.
No. It always happens. The horse is dead. Shot by Leary's town center. Tato runs right into that, and being Chinese, Leary can see that coming from a mile away, so he's fully prepared.
Dude, where are we? Where are we?
That is like
That's just kind of unlucky.
Coca-Cola.
that is insane.
Okay, this is gonna give Lazardo, Martinez, Dominguez,
The reason you play Hunt is because of the horse.
Ortega, South America somewhere.
Demoralizing feeling, right? You're 2-0 down in the set. You're playing Hunt, you have a horse.
I think it's west of.
Normally you would play
Kabura, west of South America.
Hunt, you don't have houses.
Martinez, Dominguez, Cardenas. I don't know where this is, but a
Always put it to the side. And
Bajada.
don't put it in between you and the board. Put it to the side and then move diagonally. And it bumps around.
I see some players, they place deposit where the ball's about to run to.
No,
and then they
you
spam
can do
it.
that as well, but that's only if it's...
I think it's somewhere here, dude.
Yeah. Now, what's the play for both players? I think Leary goes fast feudal, I think Tato goes fast feudal. By the looks of it, Tato has a lot of food, which is maybe a fast feudal.
Lima? Peru? Boom? He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
And he doesn't need the money count because it's easy.
Uh-oh. Hmm?
He's got the mill in his sword. So
Okay, fuck you, man.
this might just be a second building and then he goes...
You cheater.
I would expect towers here from Tato.
Yeah, I think towers, and maybe even mana times. It could be a mana time angle for him.
Hun's men-at-arms.
Why not?
Not something you see every day, but perfectly viable.
Perfectly viable. Let's have a look. Leary is going fast feudal as well.
Hunts in
Making
Chinese.
Barracks Soon. And like another thing is, do you make the TC right away on the gold and the wood, or do you wait a little bit for the perfect TC spot? Because Tato's TC was delayed, right? So
Yeah,
do you
I
think he was looking for the perfect
no,
TC spot?
Tato was looking for Golden Wood.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the way his villagers were pathing, it was just super unfortunate for him. Nice job from Tato to get some extra value here on the Javelina, get some hunt coming in now that the Rhea are exhausted from that side. Doesn't really want to take berries for the time being.
Because you can tell Tato practiced his current build,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
he really wanted the TC on the wood and the gold, so
Yeah.
he can make the mana times, not make the mining camp. And now, he also has no loom, right? Yeah, I feel like versus Chinese,
Uh-oh.
you kind of have to skip loom, because if you do loom, you go behind another vill, right? So
Just
Forward towers?
additional 25 seconds behind. Tato's villagers are going to come in here, maybe thinking about sending them forward for that tower, but he actually brings them back. The town center line of sight for Leary is insane. So he will see these villagers coming in. Yeah, it's like
sees the
a
militia, yeah.
satellite. He
That's
sees the militia. He'll see the villagers coming in. There's no secrets here for Tato. He's just going to have to try and do damage immediately. And like you said before, after losing that horse, it's just such a demoralizing feeling. Tato's
Yeah.
got to be in such a difficult position mentally right now.
Because right now, Leary just counter towers. The thing is, he doesn't even have
He doesn't even need the
tower.
counter
Yeah.
tower. The wood line's like he's got another option. On the right side, he's gonna have archers to prevent the villagers from coming in. Tato really, really needs to do something this game to kind of get control of
Oh,
this
he's
set.
sending him forward.
Villagers now coming out for Leary. He knows that the men-at-arms, soon-to-be men-at-arms, are on the right side. There's no military here to support, and he just sends the villagers out. Can Tato get the men-at-arms back in time?
I don't think Tato can actually fight back the Vills because then the TC can range the Vills hitting Leary's Vills.
Maybe
yeah.
not the one on the diagonal. I think the ones on the edges he can actually get.
Yeah, like this, for example. But then
And-
again, Leary can pull back and lure him into the town center.
Yeah. I like the fact that
Garrison.
Tato's added in more men-at-arms. He wasn't willing to wait for the archers.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I'm going to use this gold. I'm going to use the food that I have. And I've already got the upgrade for this unit. So I'm going to push him forward and save this tower. Leary's got to abandon that position now.
Hunt's
Limited
Men-at-Arms is
food
crazy.
available for Leary as well, as we see the archer range and the blacksmith now coming up for Tato.
He has got 3 Vills on the left here, just taking the deer and the berries. And on the middle, yeah, Tato's going for arson now. So Man-at-Arms skirmisher, the same as game 1, but this time with Huns.
Uh-oh.
He didn't shift click the villagers back to the berries. Hopefully he'll notice that at some point. Still no wood upgrade for Tato. I don't even know if he has a lumber camp.
I don't think he has a
At the
lumber camp,
moment.
no. You see the difference between Leary's and Tato's economy? Like, it feels like Leary's is just cleaner. Like, all of... No, never mind. There's like 30 Vills on the woodline.
Still cleaner
Still
than
cleaner.
Tato's, though, as Tato works away on that archer range. I mean, that's just the benefit of being Chinese. You just have a better start.
Yeah.
More consistent start. You didn't get griefed by the horse at all because your TC took it out right away. Tato now with some skirmishers behind these men-at-arms. He does have arson, so that archer range will be going down. One villager is not enough to repair it. And all of Leary's focus is on this push over here from Tato. I wonder if at some point Tato can get back on stone and maybe try and get a tower up on the actual wood line that Leary
Yeah.
is taking.
But then again, Leary still hasn't made a tower, so if Tato does go for a tower,
That's
he
his
can always
counter.
counter tower.
Yeah.
And also, there's another argument to actually make your range a little bit closer to the town center since you saw the militia, just so it doesn't give Tato something to hit. Because right now, Tato can just work away in the range. He actually decides to move to the right side.
Leary going out for some extra food. That
This
could
is
be an
really
opportunity
dangerous. Yeah.
for Tato as well, as we see him taking food in the south, still taking food in the north.
Leary
Great
scouts
spearman
that. Wow.
from Leary.
That's just the game sense and the map sense.
Yeah.
He's played this map a lot of times. And we always see Tato taking map res, right? He did that in game 1. He sends like 3 to 4 to 5 vills out, takes the deer, takes the berries. Right now, Leary has more skirmishes than Tato.
Yeah, both of them have fletching. Leary's got the better numbers. The tower is working away for Tato behind this, so it is getting some damage.
That was actually a really
He's
good fight
killed
for
the
Tato.
house, and he has the opportunity to actually snipe that blacksmith too. So
Yeah,
some
hit the
serious
blacksmith.
Value over on this side. Leary's got a very, very small base, and everywhere that the TC can't range is kind of open to the men-at-arms.
He may need to make a tower to save the blacksmith. He actually sends a vill behind the blacksmith to repair it. The confidence to do that?
Yeah, that's such a wild. There's only like 3.
Okay,
players
that
in the
spear
world
is dead.
who do that.
Yeah.
It's like Hera, Leary, Viper,
Oh, okay.
and Lewis. 4 players. I can't forget the goat. I'm sorry. Nice house there from Leary. He saves the villager. He's still just defending with skirms. This has a very similar vibe to game 1.
It does. Tato with the mana times, Leary just arrange it. But Tato's taking really great fights here. Good micro by him. Katie actually in favor for him. Look at the resources collected though.
Yeah.
800 resources ahead for Leary.
And we look at the amount of food in the bank for Tato. I mean, it's like 33. He does have
Damn.
villagers on hunt, but Leary has this
Another
advantage
man-at-arm
as
coming
well,
forward.
taking Food, berries, and hunt on the side. So
Tato adding more mana times 6 now. What do you, if you're Tato, do you mind stone and go for more towers? Or do you just like, have what you have, go to the faster castle age, and then play from there?
I think you just keep making feudal military. I mean, Leary's going to run out of this woodline pretty soon. I
think
know he's got the
it's-
skirmishers and
yeah.
everything, but they can only be in one place. If you keep making the men-at-arms and you go to the sides, if you keep making archers and you go to the sides, like, you will find villagers from Leary.
Because it feels like the first game, like it's very similar to this, right? Because Tato went like all in feudal in theory, but then you kind of like stopped making units and went to castle age. If you carry on the all in feudal age, you can keep denying your opponent
This is so
resources
close.
and then like really limit him for what he can make. And right
Okay,
now,
Archer goes down.
He's in, but the men-at-arms,
Trapped.
it's not attacking the villager. It finally is. The blacksmith might go down. Leary really wanted to save that. This is some serious value here from Tato. As
He
we look at
saves the
his
bill.
resources, suddenly looking better than Leary's.
That's true. But then again, Leary still has a stone, so he can't.
Oh,
sell
another
lands
villager
and
goes
buy some
down.
food. Blacksmith goes down. Not a big problem. We can make a new one.
But I mean, it's just pressure. It's just constant pressure coming in here from Tato. The men-at-arms with Arson. Tato now going for a market. Leary using the market. He sells his stone. So no more potential of a counter tower for him or a defensive tower at all, as we see Tato now completing the market. He's going to buy some food. Leary should be up to the castle age a little bit sooner.
It also feels like if Tato had a couple more units, like maybe like 3-4 more skirms, 1 or 2 more mana times, he could completely push Leary off the woods.
Well, I mean, what would is going to
This
be
is way closer than it should be, I think. Leary's so far ahead, though.
If Tato realizes that, this is an opportunity for that horse to have huge value. But the horse is dead, right? If Tato realizes that, he's going to have to start looking for where Leary's going to go.
Like normally the horse is running around the outside of the map looking at all the vills that have extended out. Like Leary can make the lumber camp on the left side with those 3 vills. There's also a possibility for that.
Ooh, if you don't want to
A
lose.
lot of value against these
Okay.
villas from Leary. He's killed like 4 houses. He killed the blacksmith. He was damaging this.
Okay, both of them have clicked up to Castle Age. Leary's going to be a little ahead.
Hit, but the double skirmisher production from Leary is adding up. He's got 15 skirmishers against the 6 from Tato. I think it's time for Tato to stop taking these fights against the main army and maybe think about picking off the villagers on the sides. But as he does this, as Leary sees him out of position, Leary will come out with the villagers and take down this tower.
Yeah, I think Tato should have walled the tower in for sure. Because if you're leaving it with your army, it needs to be safe. And like Leary, just the confidence to move out and take the tower out, like to seize the opportunity, he's playing really good at the moment.
Just some really good patience from
Yeah.
him, right? And now Tato comes back in again.
So many scums for Leary,
He's
though.
never going to get value with the men-at-arms against the skirmishers. I think he needed to distract that army and then try and look for villagers.
And right now, Leary splits up his 2 skirmisher groups, one to chase the Manatams, one to chase the archers. What does Leary go for in Castle Age? Elite skirmisher and monk, maybe?
Elite skirm bodkin arrow. Nice job from Tato. He's going to find a villager. It's only 1, though. Still looking for some good fights. And that skirmisher army is not big enough from Leary to actually stop this force from Tato. But at the end of the day, it's only skirms. You asked me what he's going to go for. I think it's Elite skirm bodkin and then maybe mix in some like fire lancers or something. Maybe a second town center.
You kind of forget about the Chinese fire lancers, don't you?
Yeah.
Like you think of them with Koreans and Vietnamese, but then Chinese have
That's
them.
a strong army by Leary now, with elite
They
skirms
have cav armor for
and
Tato.
with Bodkin.
Leary's gonna go for the CA. Okay, I like the CA approach.
Ooh, Tato coming back with the men-at-arms. This game has played out far better for Tato than I expected after he lost that horse.
Honestly, the second he lost the horse, I was like,
I thought it was
so.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But
And
he's
he
playing
probably
really
did
well.
too, but maybe, you know what, sometimes that helps you out, right? When you think the game's over and you're trying anyway, it just kind of frees you up,
Oh.
gets rid of some of the nerves. Leary, though, still coming in here with the elite skirms. It's a defensive tower there for Tato. He did snipe a few more units, and cav archers is the solution from Leary. But my problem with Leary right now is that he still doesn't really have a wood line. He's got the one that
Yeah.
used to be ranged by the tower. He's got 3 stumps or 4 stumps over here. And if Tato even gets a Mangonel out to pressure that
Yeah,
wood line,
Mangonel is going to be crazy. He's having full range units, so
Now, so look at the res collected. Like earlier, it was 1,000 difference. Now it's 400 difference. So Tato's catching up on res collected, and that's because Leary's Ville's just working inefficiently. They're walking so far for the wood, they're bumping into each other. He hasn't really got a wood line, right?
no. I mean, it's on the
Well,
town center.
Tato hasn't got lumber camp yet. Still no bid axe, just like game 1.
Hey, there it is. He does have a lumber camp. He's
there
been
we go.
working his way through these. Still no double bid axe, though. Is that like
2 games.
2 games, no double bid axe?
Yeah.
20 plus minutes?
That's
I mean,
a
this
lot of
one, this
resources.
one's a lot more understandable because it's a nomad start.
That's true. Normally you don't make the lumber camp on nomad start, but also has Tato got some vills on the south there where Leary's cav archers are? I think those are like 4 or 5 vills right in the south.
I don't know.
Vill lead for Leary. Look at the army lead. Huge army lead. Now you have the skirmishers to deal with Tato skirms, which
Yeah.
he lost them all.
And
And
you
you
could
have the
just
CA
dive
just,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, double bid axe on the way for Tato. Huge developments here as they are villagers in the south. Leary doesn't notice those immediately though, so Tato should be able to get back. 1 Scorpion and a Mangonel and 3 Knights doesn't feel like it's going to be enough against Leary's.
Maybe he could have
on
should
this
have gone
side.
for the
He does
ram or
manage to
something.
snipe a
45 to
little bit,
48.
But where is the wood line for Leary? Has he migrated it to the south? He has. Okay.
That's a good woodline spot.
Finally has another option. Won't last very long, but it might last long enough for Leary to find
A lot of
maybe
scorpions, though.
a prime TC spot on the edge, or maybe just even clear up this army from Tato.
Yeah, and right now Leary's making some rocket carts, which I think rocket carts are better versus mangonels, right? Because they don't all just shoot in one spot. They kind of like spread their shot out a bit. So right now Leary just maybe a counterattack for Leary is the play.
I mean, he was counterattacking.
Oh, here comes the rocket card.
Scorpions are grouping up.
He also has a knight coming out from that stable on the side as we see the rocket cart coming in. Scorpions pulled away. Good job from Tato to push that rocket cart.
That was
away
gonna be
from
close.
Legendary now. Needs to keep an eye on the outside. Leary goes out there for wood right now. That's an opportunity for Tato if he spots that. But once again, he doesn't have that horse around. He doesn't really have a lot of vision on those areas. So Leary's kind of getting away with it.
And Leary goes for the fight here. CA sniping the mangonel. Mangonel will go down for Tato. I think the
Oof.
a big shot here.
Oh, good
Ooh.
split from Tato. Fantastic
Wow.
split with the Scorpions from Tato.
Another
He
one.
avoids the shot again.
Damn. Crazy.
Doesn't take any damage from that rocket cart. That was amazing for Tato.
And now all of Leary's cav archers are low HP. And he has no monks out to heal them. He goes for the monastery as we speak.
Tato, double stable production now on the Knights. He's got the armor. He's got bloodlines. There is potential here for him. Leary not that far ahead in res collect. He's only 500 res collected ahead. We expected him to be.
Oh,
way
dude, this man at arms is still alive.
As Tato now adds the second town center of the game for him. The Knights are looping around. There is an exposed woodline that Leary can hit, but Leary now with the cav archers looking for those villagers again from Tato.
I
don't
think
they're
Tato
out
sees that
here
woodline in
anymore.
the north.
He sees the
Leary's
woodline?
rolling it in. Wow. I think
Leary
he saw
spots
it with the mill. I think the mill spotted the Knights.
Leary's like, I haven't seen those Knights in a while. I'm going to wall this in. Is there a hole there?
No hole.
Looks like it's going to be fine. Great job from Leary to save the villagers. Good job from Tato to find that opportunity, but just a little bit too late as now the Cav Archers might be pushing into the Mangonel. And we'll
What
see
the fuck?
this micro over here from Tato's point of view. He does lose the Mangonel super early here, but he gets that good initial shot, and we're back.
We're back. That was such an amazing split from Tato.
That
Worth
was
the
so
replay.
Ooh, this knight is actually alive.
Later.
Leary just
in the
kills his own
highlights.
Vil. The rocket cart on the farm.
I didn't like him anyway.
Okay, now the TC comes up.
Now it's controlling TC now on that woodline from Leary.
This
Villager
game-
count 58 to 53. I mean, it's pretty.
Damn, dude.
It can snowball so hard. Whoever wins this siege trade will normally win the game, right? Tato goes for the attack round, just misses. Leary
Gotta shoot if you're Tato.
gets the Mangonel.
Yeah,
Well
you
played.
have to
Crazy.
shoot there because Leary was just
Crazy.
was
Oh,
shot in
shit.
position.
Oh, wow.
Tato tries, but Leary dodges back. Now it's 3v1.
Oh my
Tato doesn't
God.
get anything from that. Leary will
That was so
be there.
unlucky.
Two
That
Mangonels
Mangonel
lost
came
in a row
came
from
forward
Tato,
much
and
earlier
Leary,
than
of course, repairing this house behind the Knights and not taking any damage at all.
the spawn of that
Full
Mangonel was
in the
too
center
far
area
ahead.
here for
I don't
Leary,
think he
with the
expected
Cav Archers
that.
still
But there is
behind
another
him.
Mangonel coming now.
The Cav Archers.
Yeah, that's really well
Full
played by
value
Leary.
from Leary.
Loses the rocket cart. Tato's
Nice
rocket
snipe there
cart's
from
1
Tato.
HP.
He gets another one.
2.
Almost gets
conversion
the
as well.
third. Still has to wait for another Mangonel to come out, though. Leary sitting at 61 villagers. Tato at 60. Most of the pressure is on Leary right now. Tato should be free to boom behind, but like you said, it's super snowbally, right? If Tato ever doesn't have siege being produced, or if Leary gets enough CA to feel comfortable pushing into Tato's base, he's gonna kill a lot.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Leary isn't pushing more because right now it feels like he has the superior army, but
Yes.
he's kind of just like sitting back at home, chasing
Oof.
waves as Tato gets another rocket cart snipe.
Kind of been back and forth for these guys in terms of the rocket cart versus
Now
Mangonel.
skirmishers come
Ballistics
forward.
on the way for Leary. He's going to chase those Knights away. Eco KD, after all of this, is still only 2
Damn,
to 2,
damn, damn, damn.
3 to 3 for Leary
Yeah.
because he killed one of his own villagers.
And also Leary deleting the farm because Tato keeps right-clicking the farm to kill the rocket cart. Because whenever you right-click a farm, you get extra range.
Gives
on
you
the
like
rank.
an extra
half a
range.
tile, yeah.
Dude,
Same
that
thing with
TC
TC.
spot for Tato,
Like the middle,
crazy.
And it goes for the middle, and it extends your range just a tiny little bit. Blacksmith now being taken out from
Tato
Tato.
right now is on
That could
3
hurt.
town centers.
Yeah, third town center going up. Mangonel's still trying to get some good damage. Ballistics is in now for Leary. He's getting husbandry as well. He's just upgrading this army, and like you said before, it feels like the best army. It is the best army on the field with the Cav archers.
So the thing right now is Tato's adding TCs. If he survives for like a few minutes, he will like pull ahead in vills by a lot. But then again, he can easily get snowballed because he's not adding armies. Because he's adding more villages, more economy upgrades, getting town watch now, which is a good upgrade in this map.
But at the same time, Leary's not really pushing, right? So he's giving him that opportunity.
Oof,
to
that
come
monk takes a
behind.
hit.
Wheelbarrow now on the way for Tato. 72 villagers for him. 72 villagers for Leary. We thought this game was going to snowball very, very hard for Leary early on when he killed the horse. And then later in Feudal Age when he had the skirmisher army. But Tato's just hung in there. He's just been all over Leary's base. He's fighting for his life here in this tournament. If he loses this game, he's out. Leary trying to finish the set off, but the +2 armor is now on the way for the Knights from Tato. With 25 villagers on food, going into +2 Knights, there is an opportunity for Leary to just...
Oh, that monk is dead.
Yeah.
Or maybe surrounded with his Cav archers.
Leary just needs to keep the
Oof.
cav number high. He might run in and try and snipe the monk, goes for the
beautiful split.
splits.
Beautiful split, getting a little bit
Was it
more
worth
aggressive
it?
Now, losing a couple CA, that's a good fight for Tato.
Villager count.
Now, losing a couple CA, that's a good fight for
Oh,
Tato.
no.
Villager count.
Now,
Come on.
4 in the bank right now. You do need that castle before you can get the unique
Oof.
tech and start producing them from
Goes for a
the
1-for-1
stable.
trade here, which is really good.
1 for 1. He might be able to get a second one there. No, he
No,
gets the Cav archer
dude.
instead. Where
This
are
is
the
bad
Knights?
for
That's the
Tato.
question.
Leary should dive this.
It's
The
the
one
one
man
man
at
at arms at the top there, but the Villager's going to take that out. The Knights are coming around to the south. They take out that skirmisher army. I wasn't even aware that Leary still had his skirmisher army. And now the rocket
Scorpions
cart
go
gets taken out
down.
as well.
Mangonel goes down.
It's not a
Crazy.
comfortable position for Leary to push into, though, because there's 2 towers and a siege workshop. So
Yeah.
I actually like the fact that Tato left with the Knights, and now he's going to get in on that one line. Leary, again, though, should be wondering where...
Villager
are
count
these
is
Knights?
82 to
That's been
82.
a very long time.
Leary
And
needs to
he's
wall the
ready.
wood line. Because those lights can just run into the wood line,
Oh,
but then
yeah.
again, he can
And
get
there's
trapped.
not enough space in that TC.
Yeah.
There is not enough space. The Knights are in. Tato's going to find a lot of damage, a lot of villager kills here for Tato. He was at 2 and 2 eco KD. It's going to be a ton more by the time this raid is done, and he can afford to reproduce more Knights. It's 12 to 2 now for Tato as Leary's still pushing in from this side. Can Tato find value with this
Okay,
Mangonel? He
that's
takes
one
out the
monk.
More villagers going down from Leary. That was a
85 to
massive,
73. That's a
massive
huge
raid
swing
from
of
Tato. He killed
villagers.
15 villagers.
But then again, I think that was actually better for Leary because now Leary has a huge army lead. The score is like almost 1,000 lead now for Leary.
I don't know for how long though. Tato was producing from 3 stables. He's got 3 stables up now.
Yeah.
He's got +2 Knights, 8 of them on the field.
More conversions for Leary.
Leary,
Damn.
again, Leary with 41 on food. He's so consistent with it. And the resources are looking amazing for him to click up soon. Also the stone coming in. If he gets a castle to lock down that center area, maybe lock down another gold, could be really, really devastating for Tato. Leary's still feeling like he can't push in on this side as Tato will take out the ram over on the right. How much gold does Leary actually have available?
I think he has a lot on the top side if he can expand to that side soon.
But he's just about
He
to
doesn't
get
see
out
it.
and Patch there.
That's true.
And these Knights have a lot of mobility, so if Leary doesn't expand out there and secure it soon, would have
30
a
gold
problem.
left.
30 gold left.
He can sell his stone, which he does have a lot of. Because all the stone's on the outside in this map. A few more raids for Leary. Stone mining upgrade for Tato.
Imp is coming in now.
Leary. Wow.
And this might be another instance where Tato just stays in Castle Age forever, right? Ride
Leary
or
goes
die.
Halberdier.
Ride or
Same
die
like
in
last
Castle
game.
Age. Fire Lancer.
Fire Lancer, true.
Yep. We've got Squires coming in, Armor coming in, Imperial Age on the way.
There is a
for
TC
Leary.
next to the
Where does he
barracks.
put this castle? Does he put it in the north? Probably near the gold.
I think he wants to put it on Tato's CC to
Yeah.
remove the gold from Tato.
And you kind of like take control of all of this gold in the north, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what he's doing. He's not putting it on the TC. Doesn't want to open up an opportunity for Tato to get back into this game. And
This
Oh,
could be really
shit.
bad for Tato. He might lose 2 Mangonels here. He takes out a Monk. The CA should take the Mangonels out. Goes for the Monk. Mangonel goes down. Ah, amazing walls from Leary.
yeah, incredible house walls
Convert
there
to
from
Knight
Leary.
as well. Crazy.
Tato doesn't even find a villager.
Oh,
Leary
this is
should be able to garrison, and the Knights
on.
are coming in
Oh,
to the
forward
main
castle
base
with
of Leary.
4
He's getting
villagers.
A ton of value here. That is the Imperial Age Town Center for Leary, but I don't think this castle is going to be up on time. I think this Mangonel might be sniped as well. Leary's trying to deny this castle. He's getting really, really aggressive with these Cav Archers. Tato's looking for the big shots. It's still a minute away from Imperial Age for Leary, but the castle's not going to be up on time to deny it.
And the balls from Leary just keep running in against the Mangonel when all your Cav Archers are low HP. Look how much more value he's getting. Just sniping so many villages.
I mean, great job from Tato to keep that Mangonel alive for as
Rocket
long
Cart
as he
out for
did.
Leary.
Rocket Cart
Nice
comes out.
dodge from Tato.
Great dodge from Tato. Desperation
30
times
seconds.
here for Tato as Bodkin Arrow comes in. He's gonna
I
start
think
ranging
he's
the
gonna
TC.
get the
He has
imp.
an inkling that that's the imp TC.
Tato doesn't even have
For, like, the
Bodkin,
power
so
or something to deny that, but it's only 12 seconds left.
I
It's not
thought
enough
Leary
time.
was about to delete the TC because he was deleting all of the farms around the town center. Maybe a little misclick by him, but no. Imp now for Leary, and this is looking really good for him.
That would have been something I've never seen before.
This is
Deleting
why
your
we
own
use
TC.
safe deletes.
Marauders is coming in for Tato. He's going to go into Tarkins. Like you said before,
Yep.
Tarkin's really good against range units. So far, he's only seen the Cav Archers, but the infantry upgrades are already in for Leary. He's thinking about the Fire Lancer. He might be thinking about Pikeman or Halberdier.
Don't lose your knights for free, bro.
Counter the Tarkins. However, the Tarkins have mobility, and those units are very slow.
That's true. Leary's now going for more barracks, more town centers. These town centers are not to make vills, they're more to protect the
Protection.
resources. Yeah.
And
And right
denying
now-
the gold from Tato as well. on
Tato's
that
going
side.
into Cav Archers. So Cav Archer plus Tarkin for Tato. Goes for another TC Leary.
Full
Damn.
Castle Age play.
6
Tato.
TCs for Leary. 7 TCs for Leary.
7 TCs for Leary. Tarkins don't really care about TC fire. They can
That's
kind
true.
of eat that.
It's more to just garrison the vills so
Yeah.
you don't lose them to the Tarkins, but
I just wonder about the CA comment.
The Trebs are gonna come in.
The Fire Lancers for Tato, but it is also going to force him to kind of fight in one position, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I think his kind of win condition in this game is just raiding everywhere.
Yeah,
and forcing
exactly.
Leary to react.
now the population is actually better for Tato, believe it or not. Tarkin's coming out, Ram's coming out. I think Leary's kind of just, he's not really using his CA. Like, he's got the imp upgrades, but he's just sat in the back of his base with
He
them.
hasn't been all game. Like, he's
Yeah.
just been sitting. If we had a heat map for the CA, it would just be a circle in the middle of the map.
I agree.
He
Yep.
hasn't really been running around.
This is way more closer than
Confident
it
in
needs to be,
his
I
late
think.
game comp going into Fire Lancers here. He will have to be really, really careful with his trebuchets, I think, as finally Cav Archer comes in on this side. Tato will notice that. Another barracks coming up there from Leary, so he's trying to get Fire Lancers over to raid the wood line from Tato. But like I was saying, he's going to have to be super careful with his trebuchets, because those Tarkins can just run in and snipe.
Running inside them, which is why he's got the Fire Lancers to protect them. So the Fire Lancers should stay on top of the trebuchets, and he shouldn't be losing them. But I think he needs to be more active with the CA.
Yeah.
Like, when you get the imp upgrades, you have such a huge advantage over your opponent with the extra damage. I think he needs to be more active with his units.
Tarkins are eating the buildings.
Now he
on
starts
that
moving
side.
out. Elite Fire Lancer coming in.
Elite, it's over, dude. Elite Fire Lancers.
Close. Still on the field for Tato.
When
and
Tarkin
it's
is
a
in.
ramp push for Tato.
Oh,
so
shit.
Tato is going to go after that castle. He also has the Tarkins to do a ton of damage to the building as well. As the
But
Cav
Leary's
Archers finally get
raiding.
activated. They're not in the right position though. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe you should have kept them defensively.
It's a lot of
Leary will go
Tarkins.
forward and try
And a lot
save
of
this
Cav
castle. That
Archers.
castle's going to go down quite quickly though, with 2 Rams and all these Tarkins attacking.
But at the same time, Leary can be killing a lot of
Oh,
Tarkins.
these Rams are gonna die.
Fire Lancers are going to be so good. Yeah. The
It's a lot of.
Tato has to back up.
Yeah, there's a lot of Fire Lancers
this
that
is
are
like
elite
Leary.
as well.
Crazy
Castle will
push
live.
there from Tato. It feels like it was so close for that castle going
Yeah.
down. But
Are
Leary
those
got
archery
Fire Lancers
range?
there Just in time. Leary also.
Oh
raiding
god,
on the
all
south.
these
He's
villagers
got
are gonna die.
units all over the economy from Tato, and Fire Lancers are very, very difficult for Tato to deal with. He has 16 Cav Archers. But remember, Tato is still in the Castle Age. Population is 172 to 158 now for Tato
Look
as
at
he
the
comes
score.
back to deal with the CA.
The score just exploded for Leary after that fight.
Yeah. And the
8 on
mini-map.
food for Tato. Yeah, this is
The
looking
mini
really
map
rough.
is wild, right?
Yeah.
Tato doesn't have a single safe space in
It's
his
like,
economy right now.
you don't really have a unit to deal with the Elite Fire Lancers. Like, the CA is the best option. But then again, Leary just has better CA than you at the moment.
I mean, Leary's got better everything than you at the moment because he's in Imperial Age
Yep.
and you're stuck in the Castle Age.
All this
That's
Imperial
also
Age
great
techs
targets
are
because you have
kicking
14
in,
food.
so
He's raiding you everywhere.
With all
Yeah,
this chaos,
this
Tato's
is
still
over.
gonna come.
As he should.
Tato
He should be
picks
trying
up
to
a
get any
relic, dude.
advantage he
Okay.
can in this situation because as far as I can tell, he's pretty far behind at the moment.
Time watch now for Leary. whenever you see a player getting town watch, town patrol, that's like an anti-throw method, right?
Yeah.
You know you're so far ahead, you just want to see the entire map, make outposts.
Enough
and then go.
skirmishes as
This
well.
is looking like a very, very good position for Leary.
I mean, Tato still has gold supply. He's running out though. Leary's got all of that gold. Leary's got all of that gold. Leary's got all
Oh
of
god.
that gold.
Okay, refresh.
Leary could just spam Fire Lancers and win.
Yeah, his vills aren't working, right? Like Tato's
Yeah.
vills are all just garrisoned inside the town center. It's looking really rough for him.
Yeah, this is almost like a turn your brain off and just keep
Just
producing
patrol in, castle forward.
situation.
GG cold from Tato by the looks of it. He rubs his nose, but he played very well this game.
Dang. Tato.
Damn,
I think
3-0.
Using the horse deserves a lot of credit
Yeah.
for what he did there. Leary obviously
3-0.
deserves all the credit in the world for the 3 games that he won. I mean, he was potentially behind in all 3, but came back against Tato.
Yeah.
Tato had some really aggressive strategies. Leary managed it extremely well. The micro was still there. The crowd's cheering for Tato.
Dave Bolt's head still there as well. Like to see it.
Resident Egghead, I believe they're calling me, as we have our first winner of the knockout stage here at Brazilian Dynasty. KD in favor of Leary, as
All right.
you would expect. We go over to the economy tab, and we're going to see that in favor of Leary. He just took the advantage with the Chinese, and he rolled with it. It was so even for most of the game, though.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, like this
Not
Leary
bad.
beat an informed Tato. Tato was
Yes.
playing very,
Not
very good.
bad. All right,
Very
let's
few
do
small mistake.
one game of AoE. I guess. What civilization do I play? We should try Franks. YOLO. Let's just do one game of Franks and then I'll go watch the games again. Oh.
Sometimes it feels like the tournament is
I'm gonna go.
the second priority for some
Yeah.
of the people here. Miguel, the people's champ. Congratulations, though, to Leary. Fantastic showing from him. That's exactly what we would expect.
Bam, bam, bam. All right, who are we up against? 1300 Elo. Top 10,000 in the world. Portuguese. Oh. Okay.
Que fait Pastis. Prêt, Marot.
Do that. Go with cows. Dude, go here, bro. I'll go this wood line. It's closer to gold, so I'll go for that wood line.
Okay. Pastis.
I think the cows are over here. I think we get for go one more. And go for this. Buddy, keep going here.
Okay.
Have all that.
Oui. Okay. Oui. Okay. Oui.
Did he lose? Okay, easy win. What just happened? He lost a villager. Dude, this guy's map is so open too. I mean, shit, what can I say? My presence is just too strong. That was a decent map for me, I think. This guy's map was so open. He looks like he lost his villager there. Gods, this is Frank's. That. One more. Think I take that wood line. Damn.
C'est fait. Okay. Fait.
I see one boar.
C'est fait. Prêt, Maro. Chassé hors. Oui. Maro. Chassé hors.
It's all that. Okay, bro. See another boar. I'm still missing 2 sheets here, right? Oh, idle DC. I think I go to the berries.
Chassé hors. Oui.
Okay, bro.
C'est fait. Oui. Okay.
Okay, now to find. I think it's over here.
Prêt. Chassez-le. Chassez-le. Oui, chassez-le.
Oh, there you go. Now to find him.
Ok, chassez-le. Oui. C'est fait. Maro.
I'm just gonna take it slow. Find him now, real quick.
Prêt. Bûcheron. Bûcheron.
Of course. He's going for militia straight up, huh?
Libère. C'est fait.
Where is your militia, bro?
Ok. Pastisor. Pastisor.
What are you doing, lady?
C'est Maro. Maro. Pastisor. Maro. Maro.
He does have militia there.
Maro. Prêt. Pirates. Ok. Oui. Bûcheron.
Four militia, okay. That's a little too much.
Prêt. Oui. Pastisor. Maro.
Might have to go skirmisher defense here.
Ok. Maro. C'est fait. Pastisor. Oui. Oil. Pastisor. Pastisor. C'est fait.
What civilization is God? Come on, repair.
Oui. C'est fait.
Okay,
Maro.
good enough.
Prêt. Pastisor.
I had to go for that. It's okay. Need to find a way to go for gold now. We need more on that side. I gotta find out what he's going for next, I think.
Prêt.
Need more on wood. He is going for archer range and skirms, I think, right?
C'est fait. Libère.
This is a shitty lumber camp, but I'll still use it, I guess. This thing is open. That's the shittiest lumber camp ever. A lot of villagers, dude. Need to get more houses. That's fine. Tower rush. Buddy! What is she doing? Okay, go over here. Okay, that's okay, I guess. And now we get some knights. Buddies, get over here. Okay, dude. Just have to... What the fuck is this? Okay, I guess you're my scout. You are my scout. What the fuck did I just make? Okay. Think I try to wall this now. Uh, 15 onward, 16 farms, a lot on gold. What's with the the houses though?
C'est fait.
Alright. I need more on gold, no? And there's a blacksmith there. Get more villagers. Get more of this out.
Prêt. Oh, il y a pas qui sort.
There is this market. Okay, this is too much.
Prêt. Oh oui, reste sort.
We have a lot on gold. Need more on food. Oh, I got the gold. Yes. I need that, dude.
Prêt. Accident.
Can I kill them all? I think I should be able to. Yeah, he's not seeing, so that's nice.
Oh oui, c'est fait.
We'll do that, I guess. I need that next.
Oui, bûcheron.
Get control of our wood line again. Okay. I need that, bro. Oh. Let's do that. Where are you guys going, bro? I need a lot more on food. I don't know where these guys are going, but okay, let's break that so that we can get control of our shit. Actually, yeah, that and herbal medicine. I'm getting a lot of trade profit. That's a good thing. These guys are still going here, dude. Buddy. Can't believe I had a bunch of villagers there doing nothing. Okay, I need to go up now. I need to go up, dude. This guy is just going full on. Okay, sell. This might this thing. Is it bearded axe? What do I need? Bro.
Oui. Là, c'est ça.
That's a lot of monks.
Là, c'est ça.
We'll take that. Nice. GG. Well played. GG. Bro went goths into so many monks and shit. He even went knights without bloodlines. Alright. Not bad. Not bad, Lionel. Okay, let's watch this now. Where is it?
You need a good number
Sebastian
of
is Yo.
I like opening hulks here because they're very fast. They're very good at killing villagers if they reach them.
villagers.
Oh,
Nope.
oh,
They only
that was
have
a good
one
save.
range. Wait. Maybe. No, we can't get there.
That was such a
Almost,
close
almost.
one. Well done by Mr. Yo. Didn't panic there. Barely saved that villager. And the good thing with hulks is they kind of survive a lot of attacks from the Hulk as well. They just don't die, right? So you can always be active there and force your opponent to garrison the fishing boats because, yeah, there's just a threat for the fishing boats. They 6-shot them, if I'm not
Are these
mistaken.
outposts?
And if you micro them properly, it's really fast to take those down. And look at Sebastian's resources. Wow.
And that's going to be a great Castle Age timing for him. It's not that much of an investment to go for a few hulks to harass your opponent. And if you're getting to the Feudal Age, you can set up your eco with all the fishing ships to get to the Castle Age quickly.
Yeah, exactly. That's something Sebastian has done very well.
Okay,
A
so
lot of
Man at Arms
mistakes
Rush
that they
kinda
did
threw me off, but I think I walled enough and got
Arcade, right?
skirms. I think the idea was idea of going
means
skirms
you
was
can
good,
produce
especially when I had no access to
quicker,
gold.
And then you can have
Kinda
another round
pushed
of
him
fishing
off.
boats, Right? That's always possible.
Um,
Mr. Yo is just
And then
1
transition to
minute
castle is
ahead
actually
in
pretty
terms
nice.
of castle
I
timing
probably
compared to
should not have lost my
And if we
scouts
take a
early,
look at the
but
resources collected, Sebastian is already ahead there. And
I couldn't
your signature
control that
does
part,
the,
right?
bonus of 65 food per military building also is reflected here in the resources collected. Do you know
I
that?
believe it is. It's
Oh,
55 food. Yep, they nerfed it from 65 to 55, so it's a bit
Oh.
less. But importantly on this map, it does apply to your docks, so it
Yes.
helps your Dark Age build.
Yep.
Now, we saw both players go to Stone, and Mr. Yo did do Town Watch, as you said, on his way up. He also did Loom, so I wonder if he's thinking of doing a forward castle. Can we check if Sebastian has Loom 2? I wonder if we might. No, he doesn't. So if they meet in the middle, that would be a Vil fight won by Yo. And I think Yo, with those outposts, maybe trying to see that there's no military on land from Sebastian, might try to get the forward castle.
Yeah, I think it would fit very well, especially because he went for Loom, right? If you don't go for Loom, then you want to have a little bit more defensive setup. However, Mr. Yo, he has not sent the villagers out yet, so he will place a defensive castle. Anything else would be surprising to me. Now we see Mr. Yo still continues to fight for the water here, and I like what he's doing. He has 12 fishing boats in total. Sebastian has 11, so both are very similar in
Oh,
that
there he
case.
goes. There he goes. He's
Oh,
sending
the
Bills
forward
Jordan.
castle. But the
He's
thing
sending Bills
is,
forward.
the scout
This
sees
is
it.
tricky because the scout is
Oh,
a
the
bit
scout
stronger
doesn't
than
see.
The scout Cav is stronger than the champion scout right now.
A little
But
bit.
Sebastian kind of missed the Bills, and there now he sees the castle. It's forward and doesn't really cover the gold or the stone directly from Sebastian.
Another
but
castle.
it's gonna cover the
Oh,
outside
okay,
resources.
okay.
And unique unit Retro Warrior versus Fire Archer. That probably doesn't feel too good for the Fire Archers.
It does not, but I like here right now is that
Gacha warriors are pretty
is
strong.
in a spot where it's
They're
defensive.
like
It should be the vital
skirmishers
for
with
Sebastian in his base.
adrenaline, right?
And, with
Because they
both
run fast.
approaches, You're able to attack the castle.
And they also have more
Getting
damage
any
too.
damage
They
on
do
fire.
extra
So
damage to
it's very
archers
good.
as well.
And,
So
both
Wu
camps
is
should have
basically
a
an
good
archer
focus
civ, but
also on water because
yeah, they're
mainly
basically
we
just
see,
what
one
archer
player
civilization.
of Cast Age has won the water and the other one hasn't, but he gets the forward castle position. But right now it feels like there is very similar. Yeah, Mistio has a little bit of an advantage here in terms of positioning, but Sebastian seems to take over the water control.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
feels like
repairing the
so
Hulk.
Both players going medium warships, but Yo maybe getting a bit overrun by his dock now. He's trying to repair with a Vil and get more reinforcements out. Those Hulks are so slow at destroying each other.
It's crazy.
But Sebastian might... he needs to pull away. The reinforcements are there for Yo. Both castles go up.
Fire
This is
archer.
maybe the danger of the castles being so close. Sebastian's castle protects his fire archers, and from where he is, he can hit Yo's castle.
Exactly, and the unique unit of Mr. Yo cannot really engage into that, right? So it's a little bit of a disadvantage position for Mr. Yo. And yeah, the Hulk versus Hulk fights, they are just,
Well,
just
that was-
hilarious.
That was
They're
a horrible
tickling.
patrol, though, from Yo. He was
Yeah.
just running past Sebastian's Hulks while being attacked. He's trying to go for the fish and snipe as many off. So does this now become maybe a race for the Imperial Age for Yo to try to get to trebuchets to take down the castle?
Yeah, for Mr. Yo, it's so much more important to get up.
Okay, in the game that I played, one thing I need to work on more is
taking or dealing damage onto that castle.
how
because
to
you
transition
cannot
to
pull
imp
damage back, right? So
better.
he has two options. Either you go for
And my
faster
eco management, I
attack,
think.
or you add siege, or you could also pattern your way into the base of Sebastian. But it feels like he's not doing any of those, and his economy doesn't look great either. He only has 8 on food right now. Sebastian has 9, so it looks like we will stay in cast stage for a little bit.
Sebastian wins
And the
water.
food is what you need
Very
for the
nice.
Imperial Age, so you start losing the fishing ships. The more Hulks that are on the water, usually, the slower the imp timing.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of curious what Mr. Yo is trying to do.
Fire
here right now.
archers.
He could
Oh,
entirely
here comes the
dive into
gacha
Sebastian with a
skirms,
quick wall,
gacha
and
warriors.
then that could be a problem, right? So there's always a risk making those kind of moves, and I would not suggest
Gacha warriors
anyone
coming
do
in.
something like that
Well,
at a
he-
high level.
Yeah, he looks like he wants to, but just isn't quite finding the right opportunity. Those units have a very small range, so they need to tank some castle fire. They have great Pierce armor, and they might go for it now, but the main canal is
Oof.
there for Sebastian to get one hit.
Oh,
The
the
Champy
Champy.
goes down. Yeah,
That
Champy's not
Champy.
going to snipe the
Fire
building.
warriors pretty
Now remember,
strong.
Fire archers have extra range against buildings, not against units, so it's a bit harder to fight against the units, but they don't need to fight. They can hold back and shoot at the castle.
Exactly. Sebastian is in a very good position. Like he's patient, right? He doesn't need to force anything, and his economy looks very good as well. I'm very surprised by the fact that he has added a second TC. Usually on this map we see more of one TC play because there is not too much economy plays anyway, and having the fast Imperial Age time is way more important because it's just such a tiny map.
Damn.
Being able to get your siege units like
The burn damage is real.
is really helpful, and
That just means Yo has to invest some stone in repairing the castle. Extra stone at least.
We're reaching the point where if no one expands to the sides on the water as well, the importance gets lower and lower because the fish is going to be more inefficient and inefficient.
Yeah, oh, I love that outpost from Yo still. He sees both of those town centers that Sebastian's putting down, and I'm looking at that stone count from Yo. He still has 5 vills on stone. He needs to repair, but here he comes, maybe in a position to deny the town center. Sebastian does not see this, and here comes Yo. He might, 5 vills there, he might deny the TC. There's 1,
Damn.
2, and can he get a third almost, but
They
no,
hurt
he
a
denies the TC
lot.
from Sebastian, stops that expansion, and Sebastian now maybe needs to be careful about his gold. He's maybe one Mangonel fight away from losing.
Sebastian
that gold
lost
left. His
a
castle
couple of warriors.
And I feel like Sebastian is not really seeing that outpost. Is that possible? That outpost, you should be able to see it, but it's kind of so hidden behind your walls, like you're not really
Oof.
expecting that. And you can see the fire archers, they're really dealing out a lot of damage toward the Mangonel. Usually ranged units kind of struggling cast stage against Mangonels, but the fire archers seems to have all the answers here. Population-wise, both are very similar. And the Mangonel kind of
Gotcha
indicates to me
warriors.
that there is not really going
2,
to be
3,
anytime soon.
4.
Great shot by
Oh
Yo,
shit!
Sebastian's Mangonel, and without that Mangonel, his unique unit can run in and fight the fire archers and hit that gold.
Mystio is doing a very good job here. Being able to deny that main gold here is going to be very painful for Sebastian. And I feel like Sebastian
Mangonels
a
is
little
coming in.
realistic here, allowing Mystio to
Ooh,
enter into
okay.
this here.
Mangonel
Pretty
got
he's
hit a
walking on the
little.
left-hand side. At least I hope that for him. Otherwise, those Guecha warriors could jump in there. No, he has a house wall there, so not a big issue there at all. And yeah, water, it feels like slowly but surely Sebastian is taking control. However, Mystio, it feels like he has not really paid too much attention.
How
to
many?
that
3
anymore. He's fully
TCs for
focused on the land
Sebastian?
aggression right now.
Yo is just going
He's
with
still
1
looking
TC.
good. 13 on food, 300 in the bank,
He's close to
800 gold
imp.
as well.
He's
Yeah.
maybe close to imp. And
He's
there's
very
another
close.
castle. That's a great castle position from Sebastian to protect his town centers. But Sebastian is nowhere close to imp. He has a lot of fire archers, but if he can't take down the forward castle, he's going to have to worry about trebuchet soon. And if you get imp and get bracer, the castles will outrange the castle age fire archers.
Exactly, and that's the biggest issue for Sebastian. So
Okay.
he's kind of on the timer here. That's always the risk of taking the economical approach on this map, adding 3 TCs. Yes,
Damn.
you will have the better economy.
Fire
but
archers are
it's
just
not
crazy,
really
dude.
worth it. You kind of need to find a
Now he
castle
sees the
which,
outpost, maybe.
which is capable of pushing.
At least the castle will get rid of the
castles
outpost.
And, also through siege, and that's really hard to do. Like one thing he could do in theory is go for
Oh!
John Swordmans and Rams, but that's a very big investment as well, right? So I'm not sure. Like Sebastian really is on timer. He has 3 more minutes until Mr.
Imp
reaches and privileges and
For
takes full
Yo
outpost
with
trebuchet.
Muisca.
And once we see 2-3 trebuchets out, that can be very problematic for Sebastian.
Yep, Yo on his way up to imp. And right now, Sebastian has no way of counterattacking. He has a couple of Mangonels, but no rams. And even if he were to go imp, he would have to go for traction trebs rather than actual trebs, which are much worse at destroying castles.
Exactly. The traction trebuchets are more mobile, so they can attack the traps from, for example, Muisca. However, yeah, I kind of prefer Mr. Yo's position, even though
Nice
his economy is
damage.
way worse. Resource collected looked very good. Mangonel
Nice
State,
save of the
was,
villager.
yeah, not really existent, right? But both of them did good marks there. And now that's the main focus, right? Is Mr. Yo capable of repairing that castle? He should have.
Yeah, and
the
look at the
possibilities.
build count now. We have 57 for Yo, 82 for Sebastian. Yo sending a few more forward villagers to repair the castle. And Redcliffe's tactics not in yet for Sebastian. That would help out the fire archers. But Yo just going to sit there and repair. And I think he's more than safe to repair for another minute. He's doing ballistics. And since his unique unit does have a lot of pierce armor, he can maybe think of diving the castles if he needs to.
The problem for Sebastian. Okay, so I was about to say Sebastian definitely needs to have ballistics as well, so this his castles can protect the fire archers even better. And what I would do if I was Sebastian is to delete the stone walls in front of my initial castle, because that will allow my
Damn, that's a
fire
lot
archers
of.
more ground to
Why
attack
is he
the
going
castle.
forward like that?
Yeah, make it easier to micro. You're not really
Exactly.
worried
Yo
about
could have
rams
just
and
stayed
shields
back,
or
no?
Walls make it easier to micro the fire archers.
Wait for
You see them
imp
right
to
now
click
kind of
in.
splitting on both sides of the gate there, as it looks like Sebastian also maybe taking control of the fish. But Yo doesn't care about the fish anymore. He's imp. He's had the food eco he needs, and immediately we see a trebuchet queued from the castle.
Yeah, very interesting position here for Mystio. Now with Bracer, as you said to West, with Bracer you cannot really attack the castle anymore.
Here comes
And now
the
Sebastian's,
extra damage to castle.
Adaptation going
Oh.
to be. We see Red Cliffs finally being upgraded, but Mystio with a nice second castle.
What if Yo instantly attacks that foundation with the fire archers? Would he destroy it?
I think he destroys it now.
I think that's a risky castle from Yo.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can place a castle that close to the fire archers. He would need a lot of vills all at once. Here comes one single vill. The trebuchet's out, but one vill at the foundation. Will Sebastian right-click it? He's trying to, and it stays up. It's close, but he gets enough HP on it. He gets the vills there. He will. be
Oh
able
my
to
god, that
construct
was
the
so
castle
close.
And defend the trebuchets.
And Mr. Yo is in a great position now. Even though his economy is very worse, it doesn't really matter, right?
Damn,
Because he has
damn,
the
damn.
trebuchets now, he will be able to kill those 2 castles from Sebastian.
Chemistry now
And,
for
what
Yo.
does Sebastian really do from here
Sebastian
on?
needs
Sebastian
to.
needs get
I don't know what he
have
can
to
do here.
upgrade. So it feels like a very well-rounded unit right now. Sebastian going up to Imperial Age momentarily as well. He has the better economy, right? But the question is, will
3
he have
minutes. Can he
enough
hold
time
for
to
3
really
minutes now?
make usage of that? And I kind of feel like Mr. Yo will not allow him to do so. We will see.
Right, he's full on for the. He's going fully for the fire archers, which means as he loses the castles, he loses production, and as he loses the castles, he loses spots where he can retreat and avoid Yo's unique unit.
Exactly. I'm also not sure how well skirms are doing. I think Sebastian is kind of forced to go for the skirms as well, just to be able to have a different unit other than the fire archer to fight against the Guacha warriors.
And nice split from Yo, and he's going to take this fight here, and maybe he doesn't quite have the numbers yet, Yo, to fight that many fire archers. He doesn't really need to fight right now, though. He can pull back under the castles for a moment.
And I like what Sebastian
Damn.
is doing. Like,
This is way
thinking
closer,
about
dude. No,
where
Sebastian
Sebastian
has
trying
to go
uh,
aggressive here, right?
Force Mr. Yo to split
He
his
lost both his
Both castles
castle.
down, Jordan. Both castles down, and
That's
the fire
depressing.
archers, Yo can wall them out. And what damage is he actually going to do, though?
Exactly. I mean, population-wise, it looks very helpful for Sebastian. He almost has double as much as Mr. Yo. But what is his transition going to be? Like, he's going for a siege workshop. All right, that's good for him. He's capable of going for track.
Okay, that's a free treb loss. You don't want to do that.
Against the Mangonel, that would be a huge blunder here.
Oh,
by
can he
Mr.
shoot
Yo.
the Treb? Or can he shoot the Mangonel?
Oh
He gets
my
the
God.
Mangonel, but loses the Treb.
And
But he
that's-
has Trebs behind it still.
Yeah.
That's a loss, but I think he can still weather that storm.
Yeah, absolutely. And out of those fire archers should go down as well. Relics are also heavily in favor for Mr. Yo 4-2-1 here. But yeah, there are 104 economic.
Yeah, this is over, dude. Sebastian lost
So
all
he
his
has a
units.
very nice
He
one.
doesn't have a
If he can get-
castle, so he cannot really
I
make
don't
any
really see
more
transition to
fire
Florida,
archers.
he barely has
And he's
any
gonna keep
army,
losing his
and I
TCs.
think Sebastian is really struggling to think about what to go for. Okay, he will go for the Jan
I guess John Swordsman's
Is it
are the
maybe a
way.
bit too late for them, though? He needs to make that transition. He has no more castles, and he is just holding on. He's barely holding on against that trebuchet push. The Trebs hit all of those town centers, and then the unique units will raid the gold mines.
What I'm worried about for Sebastian is the fact that he barely has anyone on food right now, right? He only has six on food, and that's a big issue for him. The John Swordman
Stone is out as well.
and the market price.
He buys stone, but against Trebs.
he just bought 200.
And wood is go. Oh, dude, he's at
he's
the
being
limit
pushed away
right now.
from the gold. So it feels like Mr. Yo just has all the right answers, even though he doesn't have the economy as Sebastian.
And
Can
Sebastian doesn't have
Gian
any more
Sosman
gold
do
access.
it?
Yo trebbing that TC. Sebastian desperately trying to repair it, but that's so much of his economy. He has an eco lead, but not if he's spending it repairing the town center.
Exactly. He has so many villagers just being idle, not really gathering resources.
Oh
right?
my god.
He's getting upgrades for the infantry.
Traction
and he has
trebs.
4 on food only. The
Oh.
traction trebuchet is finally getting rid of the trebuchet, it looks like. But you have to be so cautious, right? Because the traction trebuchet
Oi!
die by 1 hit from the trebuchet.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to dodge the Treb shots, though. And Yo has to be very careful with his Treb positioning here, a bit close to Sebastian's walls where the traction Trebs are.
Okay,
And
traction
Sebastian, he's
trebs.
just repairing that town center as long as he can. He has more than 6,000 more resources collected than Yo does, but it's not going to matter if he loses everything.
Uh-oh.
The resources in the bank right now.
Oh,
you don't look
the IB raping warrior is here.
Goes
What the
for
fuck?
Temple, warriors here.
Oh, those are
Which
temple
very,
guards.
Very strong against especially infantry units.
Oh,
or
Gian
cavalry.
swordsmen are coming in.
And, yeah, it feels like Sebastian with.
The problem is,
army on
he has
foot,
very little
a
Gian
lot of
swordsmen, right?
Naval units as well is really.
You don't wanna get into the castle fire, dude.
Is there ever a point in this matchup where Yo wants to add more town centers? And as I say that, he adds a town center, so I guess the answer is yes.
The answer is yes, but I don't think he really needs to because he just has such a good position. However, the traction trebuchets are really a problem here, right? There are 3 on the field right now, even 4 already, and with 3 shots you can kill a trebuchet, right? So it is getting into a point
Oof.
where Mr. Yo could struggle
Damn,
with
dude,
that,
one
the
shot
Warriors
kill
does a good
by
job
this
with
Muisca.
right now.
As long as they pick off the siege, they should be able to fight. They get the monk, and they.
Okay,
maybe
the
don't wanna get
trebs
Jin
might be
Swordsman
going
directly,
down.
And those trebs for Yo are very weak. Sebastian pushing out with the traction trebs takes down one. That final treb is on fire, and that will go. Oh, they hit the repair villain instead of the treb. The treb stays alive. That was a hero villager tanking for that treb.
Yeah, and the traction trebuchets go down way quicker against the Guacha Warrior as expected, right? I was expecting those traps from Mr. Yo to be dead already, but somehow they're still alive. However, the Guacha Warriors, they're dying as well, right? So Mr. Yo, he cannot afford as much as Sebastian.
The traps are coming forward.
Sebastian, he has 0 gold income right now. The only thing which gives him
Oh, those traps are actually gonna go down. Are they? Yes. Oh my god.
to fight back against the Guacha Warrior. Otherwise, he is just going to lose more and more ground.
Yeah, and he has no goal. Is there ever a point where Sebastian wants to consider skirmishers, or is it too late for that?
I think skirmishes is the only thing he can go for right now. It's not like the best unit against the Guacha Warrior, but economy.
Trebs need to be pumped out by Yo. Yo has one fire archer that he converted.
Here onto the skirms, but Mr. Yo very active with his military.
Elite
as well, getting
gacha warriors
information.
too.
And he, in theory, could even go for the champion warrior, right? In this case, is Mr. Yo.
Right? I mean, he has all the gold control on the map.
Block
He can
printing
keep
as
adding
well.
gold Units too, but he's moving in. He wants to hit those traction trebs with the Guacha Warriors. As you said, they do go down even though they have decent Pierce armor, and Sebastian's just trying to run away, but the TCs won't protect them. This is, again, a skirmisher unique unit that doesn't care about the TC fire. One traction treb goes down, and Yo, this push is great for him. He just keeps moving in.
And it's so valuable.
Damn.
for Mr. Yo to
Cav
go
archers?
especially attract
Hello?
players.
Oh, that's probably some misclick.
Sebastian doesn't have gold income. He cannot really sustain the production of those traction trebuchets. And yeah, if the traction
And now
trebuchets are
block
down,
printing
there is no way for
as
Sebastian
well,
to
so
get
he can
them.
convert the
Yo
traction
has all the
traps.
map control, and he's moving in. Doesn't care about the TC. He's trebing that from behind. No more position for the traction trebs to reach Yo's actual trebs, and looks like the Guacha Warriors are just going to destroy everything. There's no more military for Sebastian. The skirms are in the queue, but they're not on the field yet. Even the traction treb getting converted by a monk. And
Damn,
this is
dude.
the GG. Mr. Yo
One TC
takes
play.
the first win against Sebastian, looking so much better than he did in the Swiss stage.
Yeah, and that's kind of typical for Mr. Yo as well. I feel like there is a difference between him in playing group stages and playoffs. Feels like in playoffs he's like very sharp, very spot on, and also thinking about nice strategies like this one. He was expecting Sebastian to pick Wu on that map because that's his preference. And instead of banning that civilization, Mr. Yo was thinking, okay, how could I in theory counter that?
That's not too
Go
bad.
for
Not too bad.
Russia, and it will go toward my favorite. And I think Sebastian was still in a good position, but the biggest issue for him was the fact that he added additional TCs, which delays his timing, delays the fight for the position, and on a Coastal Arena, the position is just so important.
True.
Sebastian picked the Wu, and if we could go, I like that military graph that we had seen, where it had a huge peak of blue on it, showing that
Yeah.
Sebastian had the fire archers. But Yo, he thought about the matchup, came with a unique unit that would counter it, and also we were maybe a bit worried about that forward castle getting destroyed by the fire archers. But I think Yo has probably played against the fire archers enough to know that he was able to repair it.
Yeah, and that's also what makes Mr. Yo so.
Fire archers are pretty broken.
You're thinking,
It's
okay,
just that
this
if,
is
they, if you give them more damage,
the one who
all these
has,
forward
the
castles are gonna
moment,
get destroyed.
Still managed to do the playoffs, but it's just a dangerous
Dude,
thing.
the
And also
gacha warriors
the
take
level in
no
Asia
damage
is,
against the
high
Mangonel.
level,
That's
so
crazy.
close to each other, right? So anyone can beat anyone, and sometimes it's just a matter of a little bit of a better strategy. And it feels like Mr. Yo has adapted a little bit better with the faster imp here. And yeah, very nice execution.
Imagine if
Mr. Yo
all
played
the
very
volleys
well
actually hit the castle.
and,
If it did,
Sebastian
oof,
off guard
the
for
fire
a
archers
bit
would have
there,
easily
but
taken
I'm
down the
sure
castle there.
Sebastian is going to bounce back very nicely. He mentally is very strong, and he only learns from things like that.
Yeah, and I wonder if Sebastian were to see this matchup again, would he maybe not go for the fire archers? Can you do something with the Wu other than the fire archers on Coast Arena?
That's a good question. I think the only option you could have is the Jan Swordman, which we saw Sebastian go for as well, but it's not. You don't really want to pick Wu because of that, right? You pick Wu because of the Fire Archer, because that one is so strong. It feels a little
I gotta go
bit,
pee. I'll be back.
to go for the Jan Swordman. I like that Sebastian switched in Imperial Age, but unfortunately his economy was not good enough to sustain production there. So yeah, if he had been able to do it a little bit earlier, it would have been good. I think a cast stage play with full Rams could have worked, but then there is a Mangonel behind, right? So it's tricky.
Now we're going to move on to the next game, and it looks like Sebastian will be picking one of his home maps in Lançois Mariensis. And this is a hybrid map where I think both you and I were thinking maybe Sebastian wouldn't want hybrid maps against Yo. But nevertheless, it can also be very important to control different areas on the map in the late game on land. It's a very open map, and the hybrid aspect does, I feel, kind of die out after the initial fish boom.
Yeah, exactly. It can be snowbally as well on that map, right? If you win water, that's a huge advantage for you.
Now you say winning water is a huge advantage. I feel I've seen this map so many times that whoever wins water can end up losing the game. From what I've seen, it's really tricky to make a transition from the feudal age to the castle age properly.
Yes, absolutely. The thing is, I feel like you have a timer where you're a little bit more vulnerable for the player who has won the water. Because the other one who lost the water most likely has transitioned to land a little bit quicker. However, you are behind in terms of economy. And if you're not capable of really killing the opponent or dealing a lot of damage, then the eco bonus you have from water is going to be superior. So yeah, you're a little bit of a timer there.
Yep, and here we are with Persians for Sebastian and Mr. Yo picking the Celts. And, well, Age of Empires fans probably love seeing the original civs from the Age of Kings in this matchup. Both players start to the bottom right of the map, and they will be needing to move out to the top left in order to get to a nice dock position. What I'm curious about for Yo is, will he actually go for the dock, or will he go first for the men-at-arms, or perhaps even for a drush if he goes for an early barracks with the Celts wood bonus?
Yeah, we have seen Mr. Yo doing that yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right? He used 2 militia here against, was it Lyri? I think it was Lyri, right? Where he lost there quite early. So I guess Mr. Yo has realized that that strategy is a little bit more dangerous. And also with Celts, you can just go under the TC and you can lame whatever you want, right? Because you will always get the sheep there. That's kind of the bonus for Celts, so that's very nice for him. Mr. Yo, what are you doing?
How insanely strong is that Celts bonus? I feel like it's probably the most forgotten about bonus in the game. We saw Nikov win a game with a transport ship steal of sheep in the qualifiers, and here's Yo just running right under Sebastian's TC to grab the goats.
Also, Sebastian seems to be up to build the dock a little bit quicker here compared to Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo is a little bit late on that. So his dock is already up for Sebastian, while Mr. Yo's is not yet. He already has 180 wood in the bank and still not building his dock. So a little bit of a misjudgment here by Mr. Yo, but he was also very focused on being aggressive, getting some extra sheep here. And yeah, Sebastian's start is very good, I feel like. Going for dock very early. You also start with more resources as persons, right? 50 more wood, 50 more food, and that helps in those hybrid maps.
And we did see earlier on in the group stage, there was a game between Hera and Vinchester, where Vinchester won the water, but Hera went for a double workshop ram push. Celts are a civ that could maybe do something similar in the Castle Age with a double workshop push.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised to see Mr. Yo do stuff like that, right? We have seen Huang revolutionizing the Celt play, going for the fast Castle Age and siege all in, so to say. As we all know, Celts eat TC. And Mr. Yo is a big fan of that as well. So it is possible to see something like that. I'm really curious how many villages he will produce in total. On this map, we usually see 21, 22 villages to go up to feudal age because there's only 1 boar instead of 2. We have extra sheep, so sheep are taking a little bit slower than boars. That's why we see the slower uptime. And yeah, we see 20 villagers, then loom. So we will most likely see feudal age play and then either men-at-arms, I suppose, from Mr. Yo or full water play.
And this map has lots of extra goats and lots of small ponds filled with shorefish as Mr. Yo goes for a barracks. How do you think about managing the eco? Because you can do mills on those ponds. You can also do docks on the ponds just to have the drop site. But you also need to make sure you have enough wood to fight for water and do your feudal age buildings, as Yo is doing a barracks and will probably want archery ranges too.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing about hybrid maps in general. This specifically is even worse or even harder, so to say. Because do you go for a dock there? Do you go for mill there? The benefit of a dock is that you could, in theory, build military units as well to support your stranded villagers.
All right, I'm back.
If you are a player like me, for example, who selects all docks, then you might build military units in places you don't really want to, right? So there's always this trade-off. You don't have that risk with the mill. Yeah, so I've seen both players players do both things, and we have indeed the barrack from
Celts
Mr. Yo,
versus
so,
Persians.
Man at Arms
Persians
plays
should be
Venom.
favored here.
Persians you usually don't see Man at Arm opening as they don't have any bonus for the
Celts
infantry units,
definitely Man at
because
Arms.
The infantry is faster compared to other civilizations. So yeah, I guess we will see full water play by Sebastian, and Mr. Yo will try to defend on water and be very aggressive on land.
It looks like Sebastian's walling up, but I'm maybe a bit worried that down at the bottom right, Sebastian might have an opening in his wood line. Yo might be able to get through there. I mean, it's not a hard wall off if Sebastian thinks about it, but he didn't scout there.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous thing. It is tricky on this map because most of the time when you have scenarios like that, the wood is connected to the edge, so there is no hole here, and it's very seldom.
I don't
that
think
you
even
can really
Sebastian
clear
finds
as well
that.
as a player to guarantee that everything is closed.
Or
but
Yo.
that goes for the aggressor as well, right? The aggressor most of the time thinks everything is walled, everything is closed, and he doesn't even try to. So yeah, Mr. Yo going up for the Man and Arm upgrade. No wood upgrade yet for him. He will do that momentarily. He was waiting for the resources, I suppose, and still not yet in. I wonder. Yeah, Mr. Yo is not going to be capable of doing anything here, I suppose.
Yeah, is this a situation where you'd ever think of, well, he finished Man at Arms, but maybe canceling it and focusing on other upgrades?
I get the idea, and I think it is a good idea to have.
Oh,
however-
towers.
Ooh, there's a tower.
Yeah. So, and Sebastian doesn't see it. But to answer your question, it feels a little bit wrong as well because you're kind of based on the Man at Arm opening. So yeah, I understand why Mr. Yo doesn't want to do that, but it might be the better play to skip the Man at Arm upgrade.
Yeah, well, here is the tower. If only he had a forward vill, he could chop through that palisade. But Sebastian is just going to stone wall behind this, and this is now worrying me, Jordan. On both sides, Yo could get through, and if Sebastian relies on stone walls and isn't closed, that could be devastating if Yo gets in.
Exactly, and that's the dangerous thing about this map. If you commit onto water, then of course you have the better economy, but there's land aggression as well, right? And oh wow,
Wait, is that a lumber camp? That's a lumber. He's
That's a
walling with a
lumber
lumber
camp.
camp.
Crazy.
It's not a good lumber camp, right? You
I
never
mean,
want
it's a
to
great lumber camp if it keeps him safe and keeps the men at arms out. That's going to keep him walled.
Yeah, the thing
Ah,
is, like,
lucky.
wise shouldn't be too big for this one, and Mr. Yo goes for another tower forward, and goes for a Hulk as well, being harassing Sebastian's fish. Sebastian is reacting, however, he lost one fish already, and yeah, that's such a good value for him. I really like his position.
And there's another tower from Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo also gave up the water at the top of the map and is instead docking the smaller ponds, only shorefish, but you can drop off with the vills. It's shallow water, the vills can walk there. And he's even bringing more goats back. So this is the tricky thing on this map. If you focus too much on water, you still have a great food eco on land, and your opponent can kind of give that up and just focus
Oh,
on
he's just
often
walking
running
in.
through the walls. The men-at-arms are in. The men-at-arms are
Oh,
in. and killing
dude.
Villagers. One goes down. Sebastian, he'll run to the TC, but that building almost denied he'll get it up. But now he has to wall from behind, go for a gate. Oh, this is so tricky on the hill, too. And Yo is in. Yo is in. The vills are weak. They were weak from the tower. And the men-at-arms are going to feast on those vills. Celts eat TCs. They eat villagers, too. How many are going down here, Jordan? The vills are fighting, and they're going to kill the men-at-arms actually fairly quickly. But he still loses a few vills there.
Another tower over here, dude.
4 villages
Okay.
in total, which Sebastian
But that's a
lost.
lot of low
Which is
HP
not the
wills.
worst thing, considering he has still the water with 6
Lot of low HP wills.
from Mr. Yo, and he's Persians, right? So he produces this villagers faster. And I understand why Mr. Yo wanted to get in there, right? Because you feel like you are forced to get villager kills. However, losing those 3 men-at-arms is pretty huge as well.
Hulks
So,
kill
yeah, what
fish
I did
pretty
for
fast.
Mr.
Okay,
Yo.
that's good to know.
Sebastian trying to be annoying with his scout, but Yo will fight with the vills. And, oh, this is... I feel like that's horrible to lose the scout for nothing.
Absolutely. And now
Oh.
Mr. Yo trying to get to a second
Oh,
tower.
Sebastian quick walling the vills. Yo's vills are weak. One of them's walled out. Does Sebastian have enough vills to win this? I think he does. And, oh, this is a disaster for Yo if he loses the forward vills.
I'm
He can't build the tower.
And the tower is
very
hitting
impressed
him.
by the reactions from Sebastian. Mr. Yo had such a good start,
Oh.
but Sebastian is making all the right moves he needs to. He is even killing all the villagers, denying the tower as well. And that was just a clutch defense by Sebastian.
Oh, that is exactly what Sebastian needed. He's even going to wall that vill now as an awkward position
Crazy.
to back the map. But you can still be annoying with one vill, and Yo will try to do one more tower. But since that first tower was cleared, Sebastian can move over back to his first lumber camp, and he still has wood access.
The tower which Mr. Yo is building right now is going to harass the wood line, so that is positive for Mr. Yo. But in theory, Sebastian can just transition to the wood on the right side, right? I don't think Mr. Yo should be able to challenge that too much. And Sebastian on the way to gas stage with such a good economy as well. He will increase his fishing boats. 4 more in the queue. He will have 11.
That is
total.
just Persian.
1 archer trying to derive food income by Mr. Yo.
Persian
And
doing
flanking
Persian
is now
things.
for Mr. Yo. So what is he going to do here with those 2 archers? Not too much, but Sebastian really needs to ensure that the walls go up here.
Those are so many weak villagers, too. If he ever stops paying attention for a moment, Yo could move in and snipe 3 or 4 of them. But I think maybe the key to this push is how the food eco for Sebastian was with the fish, and through all these towers from Yo, the food eco never was disrupted.
Yeah, exactly. So Mr. Yo, however, very close to clicking up to cast stage as well, and feels like to me his economy is a little bit more stable. However, the resources collected don't really
More
indicate that.
tower,
And there's
bro.
so many low HP villagers here from Sebastian. Another forward tower here by Mr. Yo, but I think he will use those villagers to break through the houses because Mr. Yo knows exactly that's the only wood income Sebastian has right now, and he is really going for migration here with those villagers trying to get the food.
Trying to dock the ponds. He's also not adding any fishing ships on the ponds, just doing docks. Do you prefer the docks over the mills? They're slightly more expensive, but as you said, you can add the other warships in them if you want.
I personally like the mill better because I will not run into the problem of producing.
These villagers
wood
are gonna die
units
because of the
on
tower.
dock there, which I don't want to, right? Because I select the all dock hotkey. Now
And
we
no
see a steam workshop.
siege.
I really like that. With that, you can push the aggression away without any problem whatsoever. And the problem for Sebastian, ideally, he would love to fully focus on night production. But Mr. Yo has done such a great job at.
Yo is also
keeping,
clicked up to
the
castle.
fish from Sebastian, and therefore the food income is just not there to sustain night production constantly.
Right, so what do you think of that workshop, though, from an economic perspective? Because the town centers work faster for the Persians, and you have to figure out how you're going to spend your wood once you get up to the castle age.
Yeah, the
Double
problem
bit axe
is,
finally
TCs
coming
is
in,
always
but
good to
Kells
have,
have
as long as you can sustain the villager production. Otherwise,
inherent
it's kind of a waste, except maybe a little
way
bit
of
safety for
getting
your
wood,
villagers,
right?
as you can
Their
get a
lumberjacks chop
But,
wood
yeah,
faster.
a lot of players make the mistakes to add TCs a little bit too quick, even though their economy doesn't really allow to get the villager production. And especially in the
You shouldn't lose this mangonel.
You want to play 1 TC, get your economy going, get military presence, so you have the map control.
Right, and now it's tricky to figure out how you're spending your food, too, because Sebastian, he has 10 fishing ships, but he had a lot of them on the whales, too, collecting gold.
Yeah, and the adjustments done by him are not ideal because he has 500 gold in the bank already. Doesn't really use that as well. It's not like he's producing a lot of units which cost gold. So yeah, he's using the market. That's a very good idea by him, or very good move. And yeah, he needs to ensure that the mangonel.
Villager goes down.
doesn't go down
Archers
against the
might go down.
tower.
Oh, but here comes a knight. It might go down to the knight if Yo can repair that tower for a bit, but Sebastian gets the quick walls up, and the mangonel will be safe. That knight won't get in, and he'll destroy the tower.
Very nice move by Sebastian, defending that. And also, okay, I was thinking Sebastian would.
His
use the
knight will
to,
end up
get
killing
some villager kills, which were in the tower.
both
but
the
he has not done
skirmishes.
that. No upgrades.
Persian knights and Celts knights. Celts, I'm
they're
sure they don't get
really nice.
bloodlines.
And
But I don't
right
think
now we're going into a very similar state. Both of them are having the same amount of
Sebastian has
villagers.
bloodlines either.
Nice walls here by Sebastian. He's really on point so
Oh,
far.
nice walls from him. There's a hole by that lumber camp. Let's see if he notices it. He needs one more palisade, and he goes for it. Yo doesn't try to run in. And we saw Sebastian raiding with a knight earlier, too, but Yo has those speedy Celt spears to stay alive. He'll be adding some farms now. And how do you feel about farming on this map? It feels like maybe you want to avoid that as long as possible, but Yo's kind of hitting the limits of how long he can take the fish.
Yeah, the problem is if you don't farm, you're kind of forced to take the short fish, which could be risky, right? Especially if your opponent has mobile units with the knights. So having the farms is just a little bit safer, and it's a little bit more consistent as well. So I personally like the farms here. Very nice.
Expanding now?
by
Okay.
Sebastian. And in the meantime,
Oh.
yeah, 10 on foot, and this is
Oh.
the risky thing.
Yeah, great knight raids. There are some spears there, but Yo is not noticing. He finally notices, but might lose 2 villagers. One goes down, and the second goes down too. Sebastian might lose a knight and needs to be careful here. He's not paying attention, but finally runs the knight away, but gets 2 vills by that dock. And I think this is what we're going to see, a lot of knights trying to find those exposed vills on the shallows.
Yeah, and Sebastian is also known to be very quick, very active with his units as well, right? So you don't really want to go or take the risk here if you're Mr. Yo. Mr. Yo
Oh shit! Yo, Sabotage! Yo, thanks for the follow, dude. What up? What up?
And,
I see you have AoE on your name, so I'm assuming you're an AoE pro.
from Mr. Yo. So
What's your elo?
Sebastian
4K?
really has to think about
5K?
How does he want to transition into this thing? Because against the pikeman, you need some sort of
1300?
which would be the
That's a
crossbow
legend
speed,
elo, dude.
like,
I'm 1300 too.
faster find scorpions.
I'm doing good, man. I'm
Yeah,
doing good.
focus for Sebastian.
Yeah, now we have the
What up?
same
What
to
up?
see
Yeah, I
if-
saw you
and
streaming
some of
earlier
the points
today.
monks were. Usually want to keep your monks by the.
I was,
How do you
yeah, I
think
just
about
stopped by for a
positioning
bit.
monks? Because you can't really defend the shorefish with monks unless you go for TCs.
Are you
can
from Chennai?
definitely
Originally, yes, but right now I live in the US.
and most of the time that's
But
working on
born and
trying
raised
to
in
do
Chennai.
4 or 5 things
I
and
moved
4 or 5
to, yeah, I
things,
mean, I've been all over India.
to miss the
Basically, I've
range coming
been,
from
I
the
was
knights
in,
and the monks, so having a TC there is
oh
definitely
shit.
safe.
Okay, I was in Bombay for 7 years, and then Hyderabad. I mean, I was in Hyderabad for 4 years, then Bombay for 7 years, and then Chennai. But my whole family is from Chennai.
What unit composition do you think of for both civs here? Celts not really the knight civs that the Persians are. You talked about the pikeman and the scorpion.
Are you from Chennai too, or?
Mr. Yo, I think as Celts you focus either on a castle age push with pikemen and siege.
Okay, there's a
maybe
TC
Rams,
there, so he's not gonna
especially if
be able
your,
to do anything.
Opponent is fully on knights, which
You're from
Sebastian
Bombay,
is
okay,
also
okay,
able to
nice,
get a pikeman
nice.
armor now as well. So he
In
can
Bombay,
knights
so I
and,
did my
random
schooling
pikemen
in
just
like my
play
first standard to
Persian.
7th standard in Bombay,
Thinking about in privilege, that's
Uh,
the Persians need to get going
in
because there
Kendriya
is
Vidyalaya,
the bombard cannon, the
Bhandup.
hand cannoneer,
Yeah, I went to
the
school in
two
Bhandup,
units which are
and I
going
used to stay in
against Celts,
Ghatkopar.
as the Celts doesn't have the economy to push really with a lot of siege.
That
Well,
was
we
a
know
clutch
Celts like to use
delete.
TCs, Persians
Clutch
have extra
delete,
TCs,
dude.
maybe that just makes the TCs extra tasty for the Celts,
Oh,
as Yo is
dude, that
going for the Rams,
conversion.
amassing 3 Rams now
You live in
on
Bandra
the
East.
pikemen,
Nice,
and he's
nice.
getting ready to start
Yeah,
pushing
I
Sebastian.
spent the
Sebastian
majority
adding
of
his own
my
Rams along.
childhood in
Are we gonna
Bombay.
see Ram versus Ram?
Lived in
Rams being used
Ghatkopar. My dad works in a, I mean, used to work in a bank, so we lived in Ghatkopar. I don't know if there is still a lot of.
Gets the Mangonel. Was that worth it for 2 conversions? Maybe he can
Sheesh.
jump on those 2. They're not
Dude,
by the
I'm
full
getting
centers.
sidetracked.
And
There
you
used to
get
be a lot
one
of
along
bank
Sebastian
apartments
for the
in
full knights
Ghatkopar.
in.
I know that. I don't know if it's still the same.
Lost 4 knights in exchange for gifting 2 knights to his opponent.
But
losing
yep,
1
yep.
monk and 1 Mangonel. I don't think that was worth it. at
Do
all.
you currently live in Bombay or?
Goes down by Mr. or from Sebastian, and now the push is coming. We need to see a Mangonel as soon as possible for Sebastian. He has them in production, but the
Ram's going for the workshop. He's going straight for the workshop.
Damn.
He knows that the Mangonels will come out to stop the Ram push.
That's
and he
actually
wants to destroy
pretty
that
nice.
workshop. Sebastian's
But is the
saying,
Mangonel
"It's
gonna
still
come
too
out?
fair." The Mangonel
I
at
don't-
85%,
Jesus!
the workshop goes down. Yo has some conversions.
Currently Nagpur.
Nice.
Oh,
And
okay,
this is
okay.
a great start to the push as more Rams come forward, applying even more pressure, going for the tower.
So,
too.
do you play Age of Empires mainly?
The Rams
Are
took
you,
down the siege workshop so fast. If there was a Mangonel there, the entire
like,
push
do you
would be
play it
different.
like
Oh,
on a
nice
regular
shot on the
basis?
villagers.
Like,
The Mangonel
how many
gets
hours
a
do you have?
beautiful shot.
Only
Fire
AoE
faster
too?
for
Nice,
the
dude.
Celts. The Rams will ram faster for the Celts, and the Persian monks are vulnerable to the Mangonels too. No redemption for the Persians.
Every day? Damn. Are you trying to take part in one of these tournaments down the line?
So he's able to push back here. But yeah, Mr. Yo will produce more and more.
He
pikemen,
started last
and
year.
Sebastian
Good,
will
dude.
have to think about
1 year, 1300 dealers,
They
pretty
have a good
nice.
Start to the push. The Knight's slowing it down a bit, but here comes Yo. He almost
And
has a stone
targeting
for a castle
1500,
conversion. I see a
good
castle drop
shit.
Right on Sebastian's face.
So for me, I like playing a lot of games. Age of Empires is not the main game I play.
Which are so crucial for Sebastian. However,
So I consider myself as a quote unquote gamer. Okay, so that
If
means
that one goes up, that's going to be a nice
whatever new game comes out, I like to play that. Whatever genre of games are out there, I like to play that.
castle up. Here come the knights. Sebastian's committing. He does not want this castle
Dude,
going up.
this castle
Yo
is
has
going
monks,
up.
Yo has pikemen. They're
There's a
standing
lot
there,
of pikemen. There's a lot of monks.
I can't
This
see
is
Sebastian
over.
getting to those vills.
Why is
But yeah,
Sebastian
like
using
for
the
this
Phantom
month of
against
July, I'm trying to
think
see
he's
if I
going
can
for the woods
climb
with them.
my ranks in AoE. I want to try to reach. Maybe I might go beyond this month too. I might try to. I'll
On that
trying
front,
to reach
Sebastian
2k
also
elo,
committed to a farming
but
skill.
it
That
is
castle
much
will
harder than
deny
it.
many of those farms. Yo going for more
It
towns
is
than
much
just
harder
behind this.
than
And does Yo, he just keeps pushing the castle age.
you would think, right? In a couple of months, reaching 2k elo, but I think. Like for us around 1300 elo, one of the main things I think we need to focus on that I keep struggling with is maintaining idle TC production or idle TC timer as low as possible. That's something that I think we as 1300 elos are suffering from. Like if we control that and control our macro game, I think it's easy to climb up the rank.
But he needs to think about longevity.
That's something I'm
and,
focusing on.
He needs to add some range units or mangonels.
It's not that easy as it sounds. I get tunnel visioned a lot. So what I mean by tunnel visioned is if I see a battle happening somewhere, I forget everything else and focus on the battle. That's my FPS gaming instinct kicking in now and then, you know.
That TC is going down. A few knights for Sebastian, but just not enough army against all those pikemen. And since there are pikemen there, I mean, who cares about conversions? They're just pikemen.
But if you control that, you should be good. And another thing that I think it'll help us to climb ranks is not focusing on multiple civilizations. Just focus on a couple of civilizations. For example, if you wanna do just knight play at this elo, you should focus on knight civilizations, right? Like Franks, Persians, Magyars, and those. I mean, I guess Magyars is hybrid. But focusing on those and trying to counter early aggression. Like a game that I just played now, I was playing Franks. I was playing Franks against Goths. And I wanted to try. So I've been trying to look at tutorials on how to play some strats. I've been following survivalists. I've been following Dragonstar. Dragonstar's tutorials are pretty in depth. You take some time going through how he plays, and you could probably replicate that. You joined my Discord? Yo, thanks, dude. The Discord been collecting cobwebs, so welcome to the cobweb Discord. But yeah. So yeah, I've been following, like this morning, I've been watching Dragonstar's Dragonstar's tutorial on how to play scouts into knights. And the first game that I played, instead of having a standard, so what happened is my enemy went straight up like 6 militia into Menatam's rush early, and I did not have access to gold. So I think I did a smart decision of making skirmishes to try to push them off while have a lot of eco. And I think my enemy, I'm gonna rewatch that game after this game to see how I won the early pressure. You follow Prime's gameplay? Dude, Prime's, that guy is a legend. He's like what, 1800 elo now? With Japanese with Prime's MA go, yeah. Yeah, those things are good to climb elos, right? But I want to focus a decent amount on the standard elo or standard strats to get better at trying to understand how to play the game. Because for us, till you reach 2k elo, all you need to focus on, in my opinion, is your macro and your unit transition. These are the two things. You macro well and you do your unit transition well, you should be fine till you reach 2k elo. He's 1900 elo, yeah. I played some TGs with him. That guy is fun. But yeah, I don't play AoE much. I just like this game because, like, who doesn't like AoE, right? AoE is like the bread and butter of everyone growing up.
will most likely see another castle. Yes,
Um,
has one here. Very nice
Oh.
position.
The castle's on 2 town centers. That
But
TC is
yeah.
denied. The Ward Raiders and the Pikemen are
Yeah,
there.
I want to
They
see
make a
how
siege
far
of
I
the castle by
climb
the woodline and
in a
decide to
month
send
or two.
everyone to the
Hopefully,
gold
I
to
can
the
climb
top
a
of the
decent
map.
amount.
And that is a great raid from
As
NBC.
long as
That's
there
a
is no other
decent
top tier
initial.
games that are coming out. Like, I wanted to do this AoE grind last month, but I don't know if you know about this game, the 007 First Light. It came out last month and I got sidetracked. So I had to buy that game and finish it.
Yeah, he needs to get
That
the
was fun. That was a fun
possible because
playthrough.
Kals doesn't really have
If there are no other good
Especially not
games
in the
that come
castle.
out in the next couple
And
of
the
months,
Roman
I'll be
cannons are
focusing a
really
lot
strong
on
as well.
AoE and try to see how far I
Okay,
climb.
never mind. He is producing a trebuchet
Have
now as
you
well.
heard of
Which
that
kind
game?
of,
007 First Light.
But Jordan, look at that military count. 46.
It's a James Bond new game that came out. I don't enjoy it, but yeah, those are good for chilling. You heard, yeah. It's just a fun game to play, dude. Especially,
the question
so
is,
I
is Sebastian going to be
love
able to produce,
games, any
anything
game. So if there is a
fast enough so that
AAA
he can
games
defend off the threat?
game that comes up,
Trebuchet should be able to siege again that against the castle. That's
that
fine.
is a must-play
However,
game for a year.
Sebastian
For the
this
year,
time
I
not
will get my
taking
hands
too
on it
much
to try to
damage
finish it.
from Mr. Yobo.
I love playing horror
Really
games too.
putting
So
a lot of
earlier, I think in the month of
and,
Feb,
he will try to avoid
we
the
had
damage as much
I
as
think
possible.
Resident Evil come out, right? Resident Evil. I forget the name. Even Resident Evil, yeah, that was fun too. I played that as well. You should watch my YouTube shorts on those kind of things. So the way I like playing the games is not like the way the game devs intend to play. I like playing games just to, you know, like have fun in a way. Like just throw yourself around, try to do things that the game devs don't expect you to do, and try to find quote unquote bugs. It's pretty fun. But yeah, there are some funny instances that came out when I played other games too. So I think I made a bunch of shorts on it. But over the last years, yo, man, what up? So over the last year, the 3 games that I've been very consistently playing is Age of Empires, Dead by Daylight, and Dota. Dota is fun, but Dota is like too toxic for me. I used to play FPS, but I'm done with them. Ooh, FPS wise, I've been playing Marvel Rivals and Valorant too. I'm just too good at those games, dude. I don't want to try too hard on those, because if I try too hard, I'll be too good. I'm kidding.
But I think
You don't have patience for team games now? True, I can see that. Especially when your team sucks. Like, I play with my brother here. Flameboy is my brother. That guy sucks in any games he plays. I have to carry his ass in every single game. But he doesn't realize that he sucks. You're gold in Valorant? Me too!
that was so crucial for
And I was
Sebastian.
gold in Valorant without even
Good
playing
for
much.
Leo now with the population kind of struggling as well. His economy is untouched, right? So
But
that's
my
good
brother
for
here, he
Sebastian to
grinds
realize
Valorant for like a year and a half and barely touched gold.
But he should be able to push now.
Like, all I'm saying, bro, all I'm saying,
Already on the field.
the gamer blood in me is just too strong.
And with those trebuchets, he should be able to
And
castles down from his team.
yeah, after a couple of months, I have one of my viewers who's going to quote unquote coach me in Dota. I'm going to try to climb to immortal rank in Dota as well.
Yeah,
You're not
It
liking
is-
them. You
yes.
don't think the dream exists.
yes.
That guy is top 1000 in Southeast Asia rank immortal.
The problem is
யாருக்கும் கேக்குறதுக்கு ஆள் இல்லைன்னா என்ன வேணா சொல்லுவேன். Yo, what do you mean? Come 1v1 Dota mid. Okay, do not even. That's one way I used to play with 1ms ping Valorant. Is the ping bad now or what? You have not reached ancient yet? Bro, shut up, okay? You know how good I can get if I actually tried. All I do in Dota is play Rubik and Pudge, okay?
Something to fight the
And imagine if I actually tried. Just imagine. You've not seen me play I have not seen you
But yeah,
plat in
Sebastian,
Valorant.
this is exactly what we
Valorant
want,
is just
right?
kids' game, dude.
That's
Counter-Strike
also
is better.
reasons why Mr. Yo went for the cast stage was just because of the handicap.
So how's the ping situation? Do you know there's another thing in Valorant that I don't like is it's a Riot game, right? It doesn't let you switch servers unless you make a different ID. Peak Valorant rank would be gold. Yeah, if I play with my left hand, it is. Bombay lobby Valorant is very toxic, not fun at all. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, based on which region you are, the type of gameplay also changes. Like Valorant, yeah, I understand that is a game, it's pretty toxic in Southeast Asia, but you have not seen Dota's toxicity in Southeast Asia. Dota's toxicity in Southeast Asia is some next level shit. You're good at blocks at best. Buddy, come AV 1v1. Any game you choose, come 1v1. I'll whoop your butt. At best, buddy, calm down. Do not even.
Yeah, it's very tricky.
Do not even.
You fully commit on to Wood Raiders because Wood Raiders also trade well against the Hustlers, but yeah, now the Hustlers are hitting the fray, getting the.
But it is good to take breaks from TGs now and then. Like games like Valorant and Dota, if you're not mentally strong to tank the toxicity, rather just oh shit, rather just play games that you can just chill, like single player games and stuff, right? Even in AoE is such a macro intense game that after playing a couple of games, I need a break. So I jump into some Dead by Daylight and stuff. You're good. Going by? Okay. He comes in, doesn't know to defend his own statements, and then just goes. Alright, dude. Go enjoy your life.
And yeah, now it's all about the ratings with the Hustlers and push with the.
This Flameboy dude is my brother, bro. So I like pulling his leg now and then. He's pretty good at gaming. He just needs a better PC. I think if he gets a better PC, he'll get good at better games, I think. Also, Sabata, are you following this tournament? Have you been following Age of Empires tournament as religiously as I have? Because the last year, I've been watching all the AoE tournaments that has been coming up. It's fun. Have you heard? Do you know Doomster?
Exactly, Aaron Caston incoming.
You used to watch before, okay. Do you know Doomster?
However, it feels like Mr. Yo just cannot keep up with the unit.
You only watch big ones? That's fair.
Sebastian is doing such a good job at the raiding.
Oh, the raids are there. Halb is not in for the Celts, and I don't think that Yo can
So,
stop these
fun
raids.
story. He's an India bro. Fun story. Doomster, like 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah, and the problem is also for Mr.
is
Yo
when I
that
think he
Celts,
started playing AoE. And he and I used to play TGs a lot, and I used to whoop his ass. Dude. I'm not saying like both of us were kind of new to the game, and I used to whoop his ass. And now, dude is playing in like top tier S tier tournaments and shit, King of the Desert and all. I'm so proud of the dude. It's not even funny. The way he plays, I think he made a big name for himself in King of the Desert that came out recently, no?
Yeah, survived from Mr. Yo, but
Proud of the guy.
kind of inevitable.
But yeah, he has been grinding AoE for the last 3-4 years, taking good coaching from Dragonstar and other like Lewis and stuff. And to see him at like 2.3k elo and playing competitively, it's it's good to see. But yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, he and I used to play like we never played that long, but we played for a bit before I jumped into other games. And he was very new to AoE, so we used to be very evenly matched.
But the question is, how much damage can he really deal out with?
And I was way below my elo too. I was like 900 elo or something around that time, I think.
It feels like without fletching, those TCs are only tickling the Wood Raiders.
No, and with that,
I only started playing last year. Yeah, dude, keep grinding. If you want to improve, just follow some strats, learn macro, micro,
castles.
and you should be good.
Worried for Sebastian here in terms of his population.
Like 1300 elo should be easy to get out of if you just do your macro properly.
And those Celts
I
are still
think.
hungry, Jordan.
Yeah, they are very hungry. Is there a possibility that Mr. Yo wins this game, even though he only has 2 production facilities right now and one
I think there
almost being
is.
killed?
I think there is. Look at the Vil count for Sebastian. That's dropping.
This is
Yo
crazy.
can't push
This
the
game,
jump
I
chain.
expected
Sebastian
this
can't
to
get
be
back.
over long back. I thought Yo was going to win during the early aggression.
Repairing the castle, he will dive the Trebs. Will he get all 3 of them?
Oh
1,
my
2,
God.
three
And then I
Trebs go
thought
down. Yo defends his
Sebastian is
castle.
gonna
The
win.
Road Raiders might even destroy a
And now
castle
it
on
looks
the other
like
side.
Yo's gonna win
Sebastian
again.
desperately repairing. If he's repairing, though, he's not farming, and he only has 84 Vils.
This is murder holes.
Tokyo gets this castle that is so close, but his castle is safe. He can make more Road Raiders.
Sebastian desperately trying
Oh,
to
the
keep that castle
castle.
up. Will he be able to do
How
so?
close is it? He's sending more Vils.
More villages to repair.
I think he is just enough, but he needs to keep buying stone. He only has 4 Vils on stone.
Bro,
He's
repair.
the limit. He's doing murder holes, Jordan. Murder holes might save the castle. That's gunpowder murder holes.
Dude.
Here comes another.
This is, I'll watch Morocco versus Canada. Oh shit, that match is going on. Yeah, dude, thanks for stopping by, bro, and thanks for the follow. I hope to see you again soon. Follow YouTube, watch my YouTube shorts. Tell me how it is. GG's, bro.
He's losing so many Vils. He's down to 74 Vils. Yo's down to 115, but it feels like maybe the Hand Cannoneers can't get under the TCs or castles that Yo has. The Hustlers are there, but they're not really killing as much as the Woad Raiders are.
Yeah, the Hand Cannoneer obviously having a field day against those Woad Raiders.
Woad
However,
Raiders
the
are
Woad
too
Raiders,
crazy.
They have the mobility, and they're always going to be able to run into the economy. Of
I would have
Sebastian.
given up if I was
That's kind of the
Sebastian.
downside of the Hand Cannoneers as well.
Woad
You want
Raiders
to
are
have
like,
them in one
it
place,
looks like
right?
they're
So
faster
you
than
can
the
keep it
scouts
as
too.
fast as possible,
He is
but,
making
you
a
want to be
lot
able to
more,
defend
dude. He
them.
has 21 on
Sebastian
gold and
is
60 on
Sebastian
food.
is really struggling to keep his economy safe, and that's what Mr. Yo took the advantage in. And we see 160 population against 130. Sebastian desperately trying to make something happen, but it feels like Mr. Yo just had a little bit of an edge there.
Oh, that outpost. Yo sees the raids and he runs back. He's bringing pikemen over. Sebastian hoping to kill some Vils, but Yo reacting as best he can. And look at how slow those Hand Cannoneers are. They're chasing Woad Raiders across the map. But if they chase them, that's no longer getting the forward pressure that Sebastian wanted. And Sebastian, he hasn't had siege ever since he lost those 3 Trebs. Yo's taking his... The scores are flipping back and forth like crazy.
Jesus.
Sebastian trying to add more stables, but the more he relies on Hussars, the more effective those raids will be.
Exactly. It feels like this is for me the best game so far in this tournament because it has been a back and forth 10 times already. I'm really curious how.
Oh, all of these are gonna die. Oh,
volley
shit.
By Sebastian killing all those Wood Raiders without taking any losses. And yeah, however,
Sebastian just needs
though
to
Sebastian
stabilize
does
his
great
eco.
moves, it
Get
feels
his
like
villager
Mr. Yo
number
is doing
up,
a better job at,
and he should be
generating the
fine.
behind. And,
He has a lot of these farms
Is
that he
it
can
ever,
gather
curator
from
of
too.
Yo, you think about doing another unit. You have the
76
Woad
on
Raiders and some
food.
Pikemen. Do you ever think about trying to go maybe skirms to deal with the Hand Cannoneers? A lot of your other options are too expensive now.
I think what Mr. Yo is doing right now is totally enough. The only thing he should be doing as well is eventually getting siege rams as well, but that's of course very hard to pull off right now. However, his economy is just looking so good, right? He has 81, what was it? 80, let's say 80 on
farms.
food and 29 on wood as well. So he's looking very, very good in terms of economy.
And a Treb. He
Sebastian
somehow
is
got
struggling.
He somehow got a Treb for it. He's attacking the castle. Again, Citadels was in earlier for Sebastian. That removes some of the bonus damage the castle would take from the Treb, so it stays up much longer. But it might not stay up if there's nothing to destroy the Treb. The Woad Raiders are there, and the Hand Cannoneers, yeah, they can be annoying, but they can't get under the TC.
What Mr. Yo needs to do is to mass a lot of army, which he's very close to doing as well. He has 50 in total, and jump everything onto those Hand Cannoneers. Because if the Hand Cannoneers are out, then Mr. Yo can do whatever he wants onto this map. Sebastian knows about that, and he pulls back those Hand Cannoneers because he doesn't want to risk losing them.
And look at the populations. Yo's at 200 population. He's got 142
Oof.
villagers.
Okay, that
Sebastian is struggling here.
will
Can he
go
keep that
down.
castle up? Looks like he'll destroy the Treb, but now the Woad Raiders come in. The Hussars are on one side. The Woad Raiders are being chased by slow Hand Cannoneers, and the Hand Cannoneers can't stop these raids.
Mr. Yo has done such a good job at being active with the raids, also defending at home against the raids. And now Halberd is in as well.
Dude.
And once we see the siege rams coming in as well with forward siege workshops, that's where we know that Mr. Yo has really a good feeling about this game.
And that's so valuable. He's doing exactly what you said, getting enough Woad Raiders to jump the Hand Cannoneers. Only 17 Hand Cannoneers left. Yo might not kill all of them, but he'll kill enough of them, or maybe he will kill all of them. The Woad Raiders are pretty darn strong if they catch the Hand Cannoneers too.
Damn.
That's enough even if 2 or 3 survive.
Yeah, and we have double the population now for Mr. Yo. I feel
Damn,
like
villager counter is
out
going
of
down.
here. I'm dropping under 100 population, and Mr. Yo, it feels like the longer the game goes, the better he plays. And yeah, this is exactly the stage of Mr. Yo where
Dude,
he
all
shines
these
the most,
villagers
right?
are gonna
He's
go
like
down
the
too.
village, that's where he's known to be the best. And
Holy
there's the man
shit.
to take the
There
victory
we
here.
go. Yo goes up 2-0. 1 versus 8 is the seeding. Sebastian came into this as the favorite. Yo had not played well so far this tournament, but now he is up 2-0 over Sebastian.
Yeah, and that's also something you mentioned earlier, T-West.
She's a Messi fan.
That Lensois
100% a Messi fan.
for Sebastian against Mr. Yo, because Mr. Yo is known to be someone who is, in terms of strategy and decision making, one of the best in the game. And in those hybrid maps, that's more about strategy and decision making rather than pure execution. And I was really watching that game, and I enjoyed it so much because we had 2 styles and 2 openings which were completely opposite from each other. And I felt like Mr. Yo did such a good job applying the pressure.
Alright,
Sebastian doing very
before
well
the next game
defending,
starts.
and it went to be a very, very good game.
And once more, I'm seeing a game on this map where whoever wins
Let's do one game.
ends up losing the game.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Always when I practiced and I lost
Oh,
the water, I
shit.
lost the game. I need to change something.
Well, here we go. Right from the start, that power rush, Yo
is
jumping into the
this?
TC. Even now, there were points where
Where
Sebastian might have come
are
ahead, but
we?
it wasn't perfect for him.
Exactly.
Canada?
That was a
Australia?
good, for Sebastian, he only lost a couple of villages here, but trading off the dangerous men-at-arms here.
Bro, we need
So
to
that
go
was
far.
good for him, and in the meantime, he was also
I need
able
some
to
signs.
push that tower
What the
back.
fuck? I don't want
And,
this.
With those movements here by Sebastian, walling in the
Yeah, let's go this way.
villages from Mr. Yo, denying the tower was so crucial for him.
Any
That was the
language.
moment where I was like, okay, Sebastian,
Samberville? Warfase?
And
Bullet?
like I said,
Oh
we
shit.
lost a couple of villagers because
That's
there's
not
that
English.
lead
It could
there.
be one of those
It's
3
just
finger
not
countries.
what he wants to do, even though it felt like it was maybe enough. But this was amazing. That ram push, going straight for the workshop, knowing he didn't want the mangonels.
Wasn't there a sign
that
here?
was, like, in terms of strategy, that was so good from
55
Yo,
meter zone
applying
and
pressure, cast stage with siege and pike. And yeah, Sebastian held on very well, even though the siege workshop went down. He did an amazing job expanding onto the map with TCs. What is happening here?
We got the crowd cheering. Sebastian's doing some push-ups on the stage. I think it's hard for us to see him do the push-ups, but the crowd.
I
can
think
see
it's somewhere here in
Sebastian
Sweden.
known for doing push-ups. I think that he just wants to get stronger as the set goes on, making sure during this break between the games he's able to just get his energy up.
What?
No, I'm wondering where he got that from. I don't know.
What?
No, it like pushing
How?
helping to get the blood flow going, and especially in moments.
Oh,
like
the
that.
fuck?
Sebastian's playing well, right? But feels like Mr. Yo, that's just a wild card. I think after seeing the group stage, you kind
Oh,
of happy
we
to
see
face
something
him,
there.
But it's playoffs time, and then you're not happy to face him because he can pull out so many different things. He's such a great player, and he's showing that right now.
Oh,
Against
shit.
Sebastian.
Yeah, and even that first game, that felt like that was first game won in the sim draft, maybe anticipating the woo and picking a counter pick. This felt like
MN?
it won distinctly in the game.
Mongolia?
Persian's great
Moldova?
on hybrid maps, exactly as Celts. So there's not a big difference here. But yeah.
Okay,
Mr.
the
Yo
dude is
is
cheating.
yeah,
No way.
One of the most experienced players.
Cheater!
This for me was just one of the best games we had in the tournament. Maybe even the best because it was back and forth, different styles, different openings, and I just loved how Mr. Yo adapted.
This
saying,
guy's
"Okay, I
cheating."
will just resign on water right away, but I will apply so much pressure, so you will have to deal with that.
Yeah, one of the things I note on
If
that
he goes
map is you apply
AFK,
a lot of pressure and take map control,
watching the
it's hard
street
to finish
signs, we know
someone
he's
off.
cheating.
You get to those crazy situations where one player is pushing, another player is raiding, and you would hope the Persians are a good raiding civ, but just not quite enough. And we didn't see the Celt Paladins I wanted, but the Woad Raiders.
Yeah,
got
he
the
did the
job
same
done.
thing that I
Despite the
did.
Hand Cannoneers that you thought was maybe what Sebastian wanted to do.
Yeah, hand cannoneers are just the only unit, and with bombard cannons in the mix against the Kals, which the Persians can go for. Because the Persians
Okay,
with
bro.
rifles, don't really trade well against the halberdiers, which the Kals can go for very easily. But yeah, the Woad Raiders, if you're capable as the Celts player to master them with a good economy, with a lot of
BE, okay,
castles,
fine. That's
then,
Belgium.
that's problematic for the Persian
That's
player.
okay, I
But it was
guess.
interesting to see. Like Mr. Yo was down to 2 castles. The second one was
Okay,
countered
that's
very
okay,
well.
I
Then
guess.
Mr. Yo with his counter raid killed so much economy and then shifted the focus fully onto the traps, taking them down,
Huh?
disengaging again. That was just beautiful gameplay.
Yeah, he was in the right positions, recognizing that he could repair
Bro
that
found
castle
this
just
out
enough to
so
raid and then get
quickly.
back. And now we're going to move on to Game 3. Sebastian, down 2-0, had played so well, but now at risk of getting knocked out of the tournament. And he is going to pick Pantanal as his next map. The Civ matchup looks like it'll be Chinese versus Bohemians. And this is a map that, if there's one map I thought Yo would be good on in this tournament, it is this one. He is such a good nomad
How did he
player.
find this
It's a land
out?
nomad start. You can't dock the water. And we'll need to see where the players do their town centers. And we might have a restart if the TCs are too
It was.
close.
I did say it was
Oh,
Mongolia.
had a restart. So on Nomad, you
Fine, he
can
wasn't cheating.
place your
Fine,
TCs
fine.
directly in range of each other at the start.
Fine.
The players didn't scout this. They don't see each other. And they might just build their TCs to find out we need to restart.
I have never seen something like
And
that.
yeah, we're
Okay,
going to
yeah,
restart.
yeah.
That is crazy, but that's one of the classic rules of Age of Empires. You can't build your TCs directly next to each other at the start. You can build a TC, delete it, and then go for that Dark Age Town Center push if you want to, but we'll have a restart there.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I've played that couple of times already. This map for preparation for the qualifiers, and that's something that never happened to me. I was always quite far from the opponent's TC, so interesting to see that. But it makes sense to have a restart. And also, what's very interesting is Bohemians against Chinese. It's their first picks for each.
I'm gonna
matchup.
get some lunch,
However, I like
BRB.
Bohemians much more than Chinese in the matchup, right? Because Chinese really struggle against Bohemians.
But it's a nomad map, and the Chinese will get 3 extra villagers as soon as they build that town center. And because there's so much extra food on the map, usually the Chinese can avoid that 25 seconds of idle time they get on a land map by gathering food while building the TC.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage for Chinese for sure. So they will have the better start, no question about that. If I think about units or an army composition, that's going to be very hard for Chinese because Bohemians can just go for the Hussar wagon, which counts as most things the Chinese can throw at them. And then, yeah, the rocket cards, they die against Redemption Monks, for example. And the Hussar wagon and Redemption Monks combination is going to be tough for the Chinese.
Right, that's tough against pretty much any save. If you're the Chinese on this map, you're really playing for the early game economy. And honestly, the early TC position can be crucial for getting your TC up quickly. And I also want to pay attention to Yo's vills on the outside. You have 3 groups of 3 vills on the 9 vill start, and he's probably going to look to make a mill for them. On the inside of the map, there's gold. On the outside, there's stone and food.
So the thing for Chinese is you want to go up to fuel age as fast as possible, I suppose, and you want to apply aggression toward the stone from Mr. Yo, because if Mr. Yo is capable of getting a castle up, kind of like the phosphor strategy, that's going to be so tough for them. Because as Bohemians, you can fully play 1TC,
Right.
Monk, and Hussar wagons, and Chinese will struggle so much against that. Chinese usually excel a lot in getting their economy going, expanding as much as possible, trying to get some ratings in, but it's going to be very curious how that one is going to shape out.
Yep, and I think I said Yo earlier when I was talking about the Chinese. I meant the civilization, not the player nationality. Both doing the mill on the outside. And look at that idle TC now for Sebastian, only 3 seconds.
And that's beautiful for Chinese. So in total, they should have at least 2, maybe even 3 villagers advantage. And yeah, that's a huge advantage, especially in the early stages of a game, right? If it's like 50 against 53, that's not a big difference. But 10 against 13, that's a big difference. And yeah, I'm only expecting the fast fuel age from Sebastian. And Mr. Yo will have to think about how he can defend against that. He's doing a good job against the Javelina here. His TC spot is very nice as well, close to the wood and close to the gold. So everything is secured here for him.
Yep. And Yo, if I think about one thing for Mr. Yo, it's him playing Spanish on Nomad, going FC Conquistadors. Not quite the same civ here, but the same thought process of going fast castle, making the unique unit.
Exactly. What also is very interesting is that Mr. Yo Mr. Yo's home map is this, right? And Sebastian didn't take his second home map, but he chose that one. What do you think about that one, Tibes?
Well, I think maybe if you're a player, there's some thought process of I need to win 3 games in a row. Let's save my strongest map for the 5th game just in case we get there, and then I'll have that confidence boost.
Yeah.
But for Sebastian, I said I'm surprised by this, but no matter what, you have to go through Yo on this map. Maybe as a player, you could be thinking about the civs and you just want to know what Yo will use here. Maybe Bohemians, I think you said earlier, might have been a choice for Amazonia, perhaps. So you just want to know what he's going for and try to get them out of the way.
Yeah. Also, what is interesting, he could argue, or you could argue, that he wanted his first pick, which is the Chinese, and to be out there, play it, right? Because that's maybe the moment where he feels the most comfortable at, just to regain confidence. But yeah, let's see. The problem for him is that Mr. Yo has his first pick as well. We see on the resource collected why Chinese is so strong on this map, having 100 ahead, maybe even more, because a lot of those resources are still in the hands of the villagers and have not been dropped off yet.
And 3 extra vills holding resources too.
Yes, that's just massive for sure. All right, we see Sebastian building a lumber camp. That's kind of an indicator that he wants to get up to Fuel Age, because you need 2 Dark Age buildings in order to get up to the next age. And I'm sure we will see maybe 1, 2 more villagers, and then he will go up.
What does that lumber camp position tell you? There are small clumps of wood in the middle and large clumps of wood on the outside. It looks very defensive.
It looks defensive, and it also tells me, okay, I want to get the lumber camp up as soon as possible. I want to go up to Fuel Age as fast as
Oh,
possible.
we can see some laming. House trick by Sebastian. He's going to deny Yo from luring the Javelina. Once he gets onto the shallows, you can't construct buildings there. So that makes it harder for Yo to counter lame. It looks like Sebastian will steal that Javelina right out from Yo's villager.
That was so well done by Sebastian. And Mr. Yo is, of course, no stranger to those shenanigans as well. He's very good at relaming as well, repositioning or getting the Javelina as well. But Sebastian was a little bit quicker here. And Mr. Yo has a lot on villagers, or a lot food already in the bank. And it kind of indicates to me the way he approaches is that he will go for a cast stage.
Also, lots of capybaras on this map. Maybe I put a few too many capybaras when I scripted the
it's
map.
good,
It's good? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I like it. I
As,
like
as
it.
long as Jordan approves. I don't need to go in the back room, edit the map while we're playing.
No, I like it. Especially on Amazonia, it's pretty hilarious as well if you have like 20 around your TC.
And here's some micro here. We have Sebastian going for the house. He's trying to figure out what building to place, a gate or a house. He gets the house. You build the foundation. You don't even need to start construction as long as it's has the animal on top of it. It'll de-aggro, and he does it a couple of times to lure the Javelina with the villager. And he will go with a barracks on the way up. And do you ever consider scouts here, or is it always a range?
Scouts can be played, but it kind of tells me the wood he has that it's going to be a range, especially if he has 3 on gold. But never mind, like is it a fast castle by
Could
him?
it be FC Fire Lancers? Looking at those resources, if he makes a market, he could probably sell the stone and go for an aggressive fast castle.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think his balance is like the best.
It's a
Okay,
stable.
it will be fast castle.
Stable and a blacksmith. So if you're doing the stable, you could go a light cav for some map control. Maybe play it kind of like you would on Arena. Try to control the relic, scout where Yo is going, and maybe even deny Yo from getting to the outside. Right now, Yo will make 1 castle, but you can't defend 2 locations with 1 castle.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Also, Sebastian played that way against Viper as well, where Viper was Burgundians and he was Berbers, right? So it feels like that's the thing Sebastian likes to do on this map, which is interesting, right? His economy, however, is good enough to go up to wood upgrade?
Wood upgrade?
Because he doesn't have the gold. All right.
He'll mine the gold and do the wood upgrade.
Yes. It makes sense to do so. A little bit of a hiccup by him in terms of the build, but yeah, he will go up to cast stage now. Has all the resources. 24 seconds of idle TC time though, so a little bit of a hiccup as mentioned already, but not a big issue. And now the cast stage time is almost similar.
And also, Yo just picked up Bloom, so if there are some scouts or light cav running around, that will keep the vills just a bit more protected. The other thing I note about the Bohemians is they're a very good monk civ, so having that stable for the light cav line to counter the monks might be very helpful.
Absolutely. That's also something Sebastian was taking into consideration. The lethal push I was talking about with the monk and Hassai wagon is the best way to counter that or try to play against that is the light cav play. And interestingly enough for me, Mr. Yo has not even committed on 2 stone, so I would expect him to just try to play this greedy and go for TCs in the back, trying to get stone and have a little bit of spearments to just fend off the scouts if possible.
That's interesting. I mean, Sebastian, can we see what he's scouting on the outside? Is he checking whether or not Yo is on stone? Because with the scouts, he can check that. But I think he's going to see Yo is just staying by his starting TC and not going for the castle.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. And Sebastian is doing such a good job at scouting the map. Like, he has almost explored everything here. Even explores the barrack. I like his usage of getting the outposts here to get more and more vision, because it's just so important. And I'm curious what Mr. Yo will do now. He's just having a spearman to get more TCs up, because I don't expect him to go for forward Monk and Siege here.
Yeah, interesting that he's going to boom. Let's say this does turn into a boom game. Both players get to the late game. What Sid do you like more in this matchup?
Yeah, 100% Bohemians. Like
100%.
Chinese have no chance against Bohemians whatsoever. Sebastian able to save
Oh,
that
the quick
villager here.
wall.
Really
Low
nicely done by
HP
him.
Vil survives. Outpost and Palisade is part of the quick wall. And a monastery for Yo right away. Forward Workshop, this might not be TC's, Jordan. This might be a monk push.
That's very interesting. If he opens with a ram, I think that would be good for Mr. Yo. But yeah, just trying to get down the stable here. But this is going to be a very micro-intensive play here, and Sebastian is always going to be the favorite in those kind of shenanigans.
I'm going to look at the resources collected. Sebastian's up by about 500, but I kind of fear if you're the Chinese, you want to be a bit more than 500 resources ahead at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Yo trying his best to make something happen now, which we will see in a moment, and Sebastian even transitioned onto stone here, so he will be thinking about defending with a castle here. And able to kill one villager here, nicely done by Sebastian.
He's going to
I'm
get
back.
one villager, but just one villager. Here we have the quick wall saving another villager, and beautifully done. And he'll save that Vil, and just continue trying to fight the monk push now. We'll have monks coming forward. If you're the Chinese now, what do you do against Bohemian monks?
You try to fend them off with light calves as good as possible. I mean, you have the mobility with the light calf, right? So that would be good in theory. But once the monks have redemption, then that's going to be the moment where it's really problematic for you. But that's something Sebastian knows. That's why he transitioned onto stone as well. And he should be able to defend with a castle. Once the castle is up, then it's going to be very problematic for Mr. Yo, because he cannot push anymore without Hasa wagons.
And I think the tricky thing about the castle is sometimes that might trigger another castle in a fast and treb situation. But the Chinese still should have the better eco for this map for winning that race to imp.
Exactly. And both of them are not too far away from each other, right? So that's
Villager down.
Good for Sebastian as well.
Oh, another Vil might go down here from Sebastian. He gets another kill, but his scouts are trapped. Yo brings a spear, and the scouts will just manage to get out. A couple of nice Vil picks here and there from Sebastian. Here and there from Sebastian. Just here and there from Sebastian.
God damn
Here
it.
and there from Sebastian. Just here and there from Sebastian. Just give here and there from Sebastian.
Fuck. Alright, we back.
So smooth if you're trying to go imp fast. Having a few relics generating gold when you can focus your Vils more on food instead of gold.
Exactly. Redemption incoming now as well. Pikeman upgrade as well. But does Mr. Yo see the castle position already? I don't think so. Right now he doesn't see it. So once Mr. Yo sees that there is a castle already on the map, then that's the moment where he definitely has to transition into economy, because he will not be able to push anymore.
Yeah, a few more Vils going for that castle, and if Yo's thinking of converting the light calf, he might be a bit busy with Micro and not see the castle. Fletching for Sebastian Chu, and that castle will defend 2 golds and a small wood line and the TC, and Yo is not going to be able to push.
He's not able to push in here. The TC also able to keep those monks at bay as well. In the meantime, Sebastian is very active with his light caps as well, and yeah,
snipe a monk?
Mr. Yo has to be so cautious here. Does Mr. Yo have Sanctity? I don't think he has he?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Okay.
So that's an
Okay.
extra 15 HP for the monks, and he has Redemption, so he can convert the stable. Now, the Redemption Monk is the most powerful siege unit in the game. He can convert or force the stable to be deleted. He can even try to convert the rocket cart. But here come a couple of Chuko news now for Sebastian. they don't have as much range as normal archers, so the monks could even be good against the Chuko News too.
Exactly. It's a kind of a problem for Mr. Yo. He doesn't really want to be in a situation where he has to micro so much against Sebastian, because Sebastian clearly has the better micro here. I feel like, okay, now Mr. Yo is finally going for the second TC here. That's exactly what he needs. We see Botkin error incoming in now as well for Sebastian. So those Chukanus are only gaining more and more value here. And this is going to be a microfest.
Oh, 3 conversions for Yo. Can he get them? He gets 1. Sebastian has to pull back.
Damn.
That's a dead Chukonu. And also, well, that castle, I said Yo couldn't push. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that castle doesn't defend the TC enough. Sebastian needs a rocket cart.
Nice hit.
It's right between 2 mangonels, but they both stay alive. They'll delay the push a bit, but Yo can repair, and he's constantly converting and forcing Sebastian to come forward with those Chukonus, not sit back. And, ooh, I don't know what he was shooting at there, but the light cav kill a monk.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for Mr. Yo. That's not where he wants to be. This
Oof.
of Sebastian, look at that. He's just playing so well, so active with everything, and he's going to be able to take down everything here with those Chukanus. This is just the perfect unit against what Mr. Yo has right now.
Damn, the micro.
Is looking very good as well. Nicely done by Sebastian.
There's the split, avoiding the mangonels. Shorter range, but more arrows. They destroy the mangonels, and Yo is pushed back by Sebastian. Looks like he's still alive in this set. Maybe those push-ups helped him between the games. He's avoiding the mangonels. And if he gets close to them, he can destroy them with the Chukonus.
Yeah, what can Mr. Yo do right now? He needs to get as much on stone as possible just to get the Hassa wagons out, because that's the only unit he can go for now. And
So
yeah,
close with the mangonel shot there. But
The micro is
Sebastian
so
wants
good.
that last mangonel. He doesn't want to dive the TC though, and he'll lose a Chukonu. If Yo gets 1 good mangonel shot, that changes the game. But look at Sebastian's economy, 1,000 gold and 1 food.
yeah, that's definitely a problem for Sebastian. He has been so focused on the micro, which we will be able to see right now. He has done that so well, picking off the monks with the light calf. The Chukanus are taking care of the mangonels, and the pikemen are not really doing anything at all. Villager goes down as well, so really nicely done. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it, but it's so hard to pull off.
And the monks will go down, the mangonels pull back, and those Chukonus, starting from that replay, still are alive here. Maybe can deny a town center from Yo. Maybe can deny a town center. They'll force the Vills away. No ballistics, but they are still deadly. Yo's just running. He's scattering in all directions. The monk comes over to convert the Chukonus, but the TC is denied.
What Mr. Yo in theory needs right now is a defensive siege workshop as well, just to get the economy going more and more. In the meantime, Sebastian has added a second TC as well, so he's thinking about expanding his economy as well. A lot of idle villagers here
Damn.
which are fixed right now, but resource collected looks still very good for Sebastian. However, with Favre, we see the Bohemians villagers walking a little bit faster, which
Right.
is definitely helpful.
Right, Bohemian Monk techs also apply to the Vills, so they can be a bit speedier. And also more HP, so 55 HP instead of 40. They're a bit harder to raid.
Helps a lot, for sure. And those monks are completely stranded. They are out there, and they should not be. Even how's it called?
Wow.
Devotion.
Devotion, thank you. I was like-
Devotion. It
Devotion.
protects your units from conversion. Sebastian is devoted. He still has 1,400 gold. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, I've seen Sebastian having that issue a couple of times already, where he's just beginning of cast stage so focused on getting the micro going with his army that he has a lot of gold
Oh!
stockpiled up. And yeah, economy-wise, it looks very similar in terms of village count. However, his map presence is not there compared to Sebastian.
And Sebastian
Nice.
closing
You
in
got
on
rid of the
1,000
cavalry
gold.
instead of the
He's
siege.
selective Than Yo. He wants to destroy one more mangonel. He dodges the shot. Yo is repairing. Can he get back to the safety of the TC? No, he can't. That's another mangonel down. And those Chukonus have been so great at sniping off mangonels.
Yeah, that was so well done by Sebastian. He's so active with those Chukanus, and the only thing Mr. Yo is thinking about right now is place the castle somewhere, somehow. But yeah, Sebastian just doesn't
True.
allow him to do so. If I was Mr. Yo, I would delete those 2 houses in front of my main TC and build the castle there. But okay, he does it here, deletes the barrack,
Oh, if the Vills
but he
path off.
doesn't get the castle
Oh,
here.
Uh-oh.
the Chukonus are there. I mean, maybe Nili should have told that Vill to move off the foundation earlier. He needs to fix the pathing. Here come the Chukonus getting in on the Vills. Can this castle go up? Vills, they're low on HP, but there's no ballistics. The Chukonus will struggle to hit the Vills. Not many of them are going down, and I think Yo gets this castle.
So close.
Potentially for the Hussite wagons. And how did Chuka News do against Hussite Wagons, Jordan?
I don't think they do it too well, if I'm not mistaken. So Yo, in theory, has the tools right now to him to be able to push back. However,
They do better than
see some
Archers,
rocket
no?
cards mixed in for Sebastian as well, because the rocket cards are very, very strong against the Hassa Wagons. And yeah, the Chukanus are faster than the Hassa Wagon as well, right? And the economy looks pretty nice. Sebastian was able to kill a couple of villagers here as well, building that castle. And the resource collected looks really brutal in favor of Sebastian.
The Chukanus still can raid for the moment, but a Hussite Wagon's coming to the back. Hussite Wagons have great pierce armor, but Chukanus lots of arrows as they start raiding the vills on the outside. And Yo maybe struggling to keep the vills safe now with small groups of Chukanus surrounding his economy.
Yeah, Mr. Yo, he needs to think about how can he pull this game back here. Especially if it goes into Imp, which Sebastian is flirting about or with right now. His economy has
Yeah,
to
take
balance
that
out.
well.
That's what the market does for you. It really is good in those kind of situations. And now we'll see a rocket card just smashing against the Hassa Wagon. And man, that one dies against two shots.
I mean, you need the monks if you're Yo, right? You need the monks to deal with the rocket carts, and that's what he's been trying to go for. But behind this, Sebastian up to the Imperial Age, he has his own
Wow.
castle, and he nearly has the stone for a second castle. And what do you do if you're Sebastian now? Just up, Imp, Castle, Trebor?
Yeah, exactly. So the second castle, okay, he places it a little bit more defensive than I would have expected. Ideally, if you have the feeling that you're up to Imperial Age faster, you want to have that castle as close as possible to your opponent's castle, so you can trap that castle without any risk of losing your trebuchets, and to gain as much control or space as possible. I feel like Sebastian is in a very good position here.
You want to be very safe with that castle, though. He sees the Hussite Wagons.
Yeah, absolutely. His Chukanus are still roaming around the map. He's also...
What?
Oh, and he's winning the game, Jordan. He's
He
winning
won
the
the
game.
game.
Yo knows the situation. He loses against the Chinese. And Sebastian has an audience cheering for him. If he pulls off a reverse sweep, this audience will be extremely hyped. And Sebastian is in this set.
Exactly. Sebastian is in the set. The push-ups definitely have worked out in his favor. And that was a very important win for him, right? If he had lost that one, he would have gone out of this tournament with 3-0.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes, Jordan. He's doing the push-ups.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Well, you have to do more, right? Especially if it worked out for him in game 3, then he has to do more.
Is he actually doing more push-ups?
For game 4. And you know, he didn't only win this game, he also won on Mr. Yo's home map. And that is a double win, so to say.
Also, he used his top civ, but also took Yo's top civ off.
Yep.
And both players have used their top 2 civs at least. Sebastian's used his top 3.
Yep.
But maybe now you look in the draft, you see looming large over this set, I think will be a Vikings on Fernando de Noronha.
Very likely. Yeah, it was I felt like Sebastian has taken the advantage in this game because he was so active with the light calf. Of course, having the Chinese here helps a lot as well. And that was a very nice maneuver as well, getting a little bit of a mental advantage here as well. If you are able to deny the Warlord and getting the Javelina instead of your opponent, that's just a good feeling, right? So yeah, Sebastian, and that's also one of his biggest strengths.
wow.
I feel like that he's capable of playing very well, even though he's down in games.
Well, what's so crazy to me about that board clip is I even just saw him there cancel Loom while he was luring it.
Yeah.
So he was thinking about doing Loom while stealing the boar, then realized, nah, I don't need Loom, I've got this, and brings the boar back.
Exactly, and that's
Crazy.
also one of the indicators why Sebastian is such a phenomenal player, right? Thinking those kind of things, even though there were so many things happening. So really well done by him, and I feel like the micro was just on point from Sebastian, which is not too surprising. He's known for these kind of shenanigans, and Mr. Yo, I think he had a headache in this game.
I mean, he had a lot of trouble this game dealing with all of those Chukonu raids, didn't he?
He did. Now also, the Chukanus also have done a very good job in terms of denying the economy expansion from Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo didn't really have any units to counter that, right? The Hassa Wagons is the only thing he could have gone for, but he needed a castle.
Imagine
for
if
that,
each
and,
arrows
yeah, he didn't have that in time.
hit
so
each
very
will.
interesting. I didn't really like the approach from
Like
Mr.
all the
Yo.
arrows are
Going
not
for
targeted
castle
towards one will,
right,
but rather
would have been a little bit better, but maybe
hits
I'm
multiple will at the
behind.
same time. That would be
Well,
crazy.
he is certainly the one to judge Nomad maps. But I think we're going to have a bit of an extended break now that we're getting a bit of a break between games 3 and 4. Sebastian will have some more time to do his push-ups in the background and get extra strong for the next game. I think maybe Sebastian really likes to have an extended set because he gets his workout in.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
I mean, you're on vacation, hotel gym might not be what he's used to. He's just going to go on stage and get his workout in front of the crowd.
Yeah, and this is perfect, right? Like you combine two things at once, and also we must not forget to mention that this is the very first time in this tournament now that one set goes over 3 games, right? And that's going to be a little bit of a change as well.
That's true. I mean, we did have a play all 3, so it's a bit of
Yes.
that's a bit of a cheat, but that is technically correct.
Exactly. So Mr. Yo maybe says, okay, I need a little bit of a break now because I'm not used to that anymore. I'm obviously a little bit kidding here. And now we can also see the stats between Mr. Yo and Sebastian. Overall, it looks a little bit better for Sebastian, winning 4-2 in the series count. Game count, very close, however, 60% roughly in terms of in favor of Sebastian. And the most recent one, the international qualifier for the Brazilian Dynasty, was even won by Mr. Yo. So the most recent encounter was in favor of Mr. Yo.
Yeah, that was an interesting set, I remember, because Sebastian even got off to a 1-0 lead, but Yo managed to come back and win. And that maybe gives Yo a bit of confidence. And I think that Yo himself should be thinking, yeah, Sebastian
They have a small
has
break
this
now.
better performance, but now we're in the playoffs. Now I'm playoff Yo.
Yep. And additionally, Mr. Yo
Let
was
me
kind of the underdog
spectate
going
this
into
game.
set, the first seed against the eighth seed, which is also something new for Mr. Yo, but it helps to be the guy to not have the pressure, right? And Mr. Yo still up to 1. It looks very good for him in that
Okay.
sense, and I'm curious what the next 2 maps are going to be, right? We see it here. One of them is Amazonia, which is known to be a bit of a macro-focused
There's
map.
3
and
deer
then
here,
also
so I
has
lured them
Nantes
in.
Noronha, which is
Dude, this guy has an amazing map. I guess my map is also not too bad, right? This thing is walled weirdly.
Well, what do you think about the civs? Sebastian's now getting back to his seat. He's
What
done
if I'd
this
gone
defense.
for woodline in the
He's
back?
feeling like he's
I
ready
should
for the next
target
set.
that more. His woodline is
Gives
so
still
good.
An extended break to the players if he has to make sure everything's ready to get back. 2 water maps though.
Yeah, so we have Sebastian who used blue, Persians, and Chinese. That's what you said, right? The first 3 picks have been used already.
I do have back gold. He does not have back gold. He has a gold over here, which is
One of the strongest hits we have.
not really a back gold.
See them being played on any of those 2 maps, honestly. What pops into my mind is Malay. That one can be used here, and yeah, on Amazonia you could use Vietnamese. We saw Tatu using them yesterday against Soraguma with great effect. So maybe Sebastian has seen that and wants to copy that. So I will go for Malay on.
Gods, what do they get? Hunters can infantry cost. Oh, cheaper infantry. I see.
While Mr. Yo still has Vikings. That's clear for Fernando de Noronha. And
5 militia, dude. Crazy amount of militia he has.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Yo go Magars and try to go Magyar Husser. Is there a half the Amazonia if he thinks about going Magyar Husser? I don't think that's the type of map he will have.
I think that's going to be hard. Could be a nice strategy, but I don't think that's the typical map you want to do it on. Especially, he will kind of give up the order as well.
He has a lot of idle TC though. I have decent will count here.
Fight for it.
Right, what would worry me about Amazonia, if Yo were to go Monk,
And he did go stables. I think he was trying to go for scouts to
as strong as
counter my skirms, but I was just using my skirms as
Vietnamese
defense,
can go
right?
Rat and Archer, they have bombard cannon. In some situations, even some elephant. All things
And I have fletching too.
Exactly. So if Vietnamese get into an elephant, that's going to be very problematic.
He comes forward to tower here.
Until then, it should be easier to get the siege onagers.
But I can just transition to this wood line.
Like you with Mongols, you have kind of the answer for everything, right? If you have elephants, then you go for the scorpions, elite scorpions, siege onagers. Like the ideal combination for Mongols against Vietnamese would be siege onagers, scorpions, and hussars. I wouldn't commit too much onto the Mongolai because the Mongolai kind of struggle against the red archers, and for Vietnamese, with the Imperial Skirmisher, especially early in village,
I go castle early, so that's nice. Okay, I walled off the right, now I focus on the left. My trade card
die against.
10 out of 10 trade card, dude.
Exactly, that's something where Mongol Hussars usually better against melee units, worse against ranged units, and even Mongol skirms themselves, both the Cav and Archer lines don't have that last Pierce Armor upgrade. So I'd be really scared of the Imperial Skirm or Rat Archer composition from the Vietnamese. If I am Yo, though, what map do you think I think he probably has the better Civ for Fernando.
He goes 3 barracks.
Delay is good, no question about it, but as you can see, that's take
What about turbines? Your ships move faster, and if they go for a landing, I did see that.
He does have a lot of idle
I
TC.
don't think I saw it work, but I did see it. They could go for a castle drop and camel arc.
It's definitely a possibility.
I have a decent amount of idle TC going up too. I have 3 DCs though.
And then they couldn't deny the transport ship because you didn't have army on it. But nowadays, meta, I don't think that's going to be a good play anymore because there's just many feudal naval units. And
This clear up was good by me, I think.
We have the map locked in now. And I would probably expect to see Vikings versus Malay. Also,
74 to 56. Bro is finally on 2 TCs.
Would you even have the confidence to do something that crazy and that risky to go for the castle tower instead of the nation?
yeah, you're a little bit more hesitant.
But
Him targeting my wills was not the way, I think. He should have just made this castle though, I think. Over here. But this was
Malay obviously very
not ideal. He broke the gate and came in. I should have seen this a little bit more.
Going up to the next age.
He's catching up on wills. He's still on only 2 TCs though.
So that means they have more time as villagers. And yeah,
How does this
Here we
work?
go into game number 4. Sebastian with his back against the wall now. He'll be the blue.
Damn, dude. The range of that is crazy.
Yeah, Vikings. Now they're
I'm getting a lot of gold just by trading. That's
where when you make
so dumb.
you don't have to take their food, you take the whales instead. And I know I've seen a lot of players playing practice games. They all complain to me that their whales were 6 tiles away, where their opponent's whales were 4 tiles away. How important will be the whales for their golding?
103 wills is actually pretty nice. And he's like using up all his skirms here. Pikemen there, so that wasn't good for him. He used all his monk to convert just 1 knights. But I am spamming knights and I'm collecting gold. That's the craziest thing ever.
have the randomness and not everything symmetrically.
Okay, not bad, Lionel, not bad.
Look
That's
at
a
that
nice
whale.
one.
That is beautiful.
That is very active, very beautiful. And you could argue that after 5 games, it should average out, right? One time, the other one has the advantage, the other one should have it. So I personally think it's a little bit too much in terms of complaining. I don't think it's such a
Okay.
huge role.
Okay, next time I get map complaints, I will send them to you, and
Yes.
you can tell them, nope, the maps are fine. Jordan
Yes,
approves.
100%. I was talking about that with Doubt the other day as well, that I understand that you want to have everything fair, but this is not Age of Empires if it's 100% fair.
All right, now talk to me a bit about how the water meta has maybe evolved.
Malay versus
as we have
Vikings.
not just whales, but also fish. There's also food on the water. That's still there. But back when I know you've played against Yo in many tournaments during the galley micro days, where things were, I think, completely different, where you were aiming to go
Whales
as
give
fast as
gold.
possible and make the galleys.
I think.
You needed the castle back then to unlock the longboats. Now you can do them right away. What do you think the meta is shifting to now?
Like, it feels like, especially with Vikings, you try to get up to cast age as fast as possible without getting too much losses, and then you have the access to the longboats, and that unit is just... Yeah, it feels like it counters all the 3 units with the galley, fire galley, and the Hulk, and that makes Vikings so strong, right? However,
should probably
Sebastian
send
Malay, he should have a little bit of a better
to
economy.
the other
and
Javelina
he
though,
should be
right?
able to get out a little bit more units. But I think if we're going into the cast stage with a similar state, then the Vikings should have the lead. So I'm curious what Sebastian is trying to pull off here. And the meta has changed a lot as well. And I feel like the meta is not clearly there yet. Do you go for Hulks? Do you go for Fire Galleys? How much do you commit to those? Galleys obviously is going to be of like the main unit here. It's going to be interesting.
And as both players are pushing Deer, I see
1,000
Sebastian
gold.
doesn't have HP on his Scout. I think he just lured his boars to be as optimal as possible with that Scout.
Yeah, it's also very risky to go for land aggression as well, because it feels like players nowadays have become so good in defending, and if you go for land aggression,
One
you kind of
fishing
cut
ship on the
off
whale to get
goals
gold.
of yourself, so you're hitting yourself already with that strategy, and you don't have a guarantee that your aggression is going to work out. So the safest play is always going to be going for water right away, which both players go for. And yeah, both are up to fuel age already. Sebastian a little bit quicker with the melee bonus, both with the same eco units, 4 and 5 here for in terms of fishing boats for Yo Sebastian, and 22 to 23 villagers.
And I wonder what the scouting looks like here for Sebastian. Sometimes you might send a fishing ship forward to try to find where your opponent's docks are if you know you're going to be up first and you know you want to move forward. Or you might just make the ships and send them forward. We've seen a couple games where players sail around the back of the island with Hulk so far.
Yeah, I don't think that's too common anymore nowadays. At least it shouldn't be. Maybe if you play against Italians, because
3
we've seen
docks.
fast
Crazy.
shenanigans from them. But nowadays it's like full aggression on fuel age, which I personally like a lot. And yeah, 6 fishing boats, even another one queued here for Mr. Yo. And now he's with 7 fishing boats, fully producing military units. Sebastian on his other side with 5 only, so he has a little bit of a disadvantage here. But resource gathered is a little bit better here for him. And yeah, Mr. Yo, 2 hulks, and then into galleys, while Sebastian does exactly the same.
Now, long term, those longboats will come in the Castle Age. Do you even want Hulks if longboats are on the field? Because I feel that Hulks get absolutely massacred by the longboats.
Absolutely. That's the reason why we only see 2 of them. I also would argue that you don't really
Hulks.
need them. You can only go for galleys. That would be fine as well. But the hulks are so good at just harassing the fishing boats, right? And that's why they are used so often. Mr. Yo being active here, Sebastian being forced to garrison those fishing boats. But now, Sebastian with the 2 galleys, is he able to kill that
Ooh,
hulk?
he's blocking. He's blocking with his Hulk. He's blocking with the Hulk so the galleys can get the kill. Galleys are good against Hulks.
Oh,
and
really?
He should get the kill here before Yo gets his reinforcements, and he
Damn.
does. He manages to sink it. Beautiful micro from Sebastian. That's what I love about these water maps, the galley micro.
Yeah, exactly. The galley micro is the pinnacle thing about the water plays here. And Sebastian with the first kill here, very nicely done by him. But yeah, problem for him is a lot of galleys are already on the field for the Vikings player. And the Vikings also have the bonus of having reduced costs on the naval units, right? That's why
Oh,
Vikings not
really?
only because of
Okay,
the
I didn't know
longbows,
that.
but also because of the discount in their naval units make them so good on those type of maps.
Well, they were the only save we saw on water for many years because of that discount. And the galleys being the most expensive ship in terms of wood are the ones that benefit the most from that discount.
Exactly. Both going for fletching now as well. Mr. Yo even researching Loom, which is a little bit surprising to me that he does it so quickly. And now it's all about going to be
Oof.
about the micro here.
Good micro by
Sebastian very
Sebastian
strong
there.
with that Mr. Yo even going for a 4th dog here. Okay, so he definitely respects the snowball possibility and builds as much as possible.
Four docks with the Vikings. This makes me feel like we're playing AOC again almost, although Vikings might have the option for fires now. Sebastian goes for another dock. It'll be more galleys from both of them. Neither of them looking for the Castle Age yet, all just adding in more galleys.
Crazy. So yeah, both really...
Oof, is that galley gonna go down or no?
Not going for 3 dogs by 4, and now it's all about massing as much army as possible. Mr. Yo has 1 galley here, which is close to death here, and I'm sure Mr. Sebastian is going to focus on that one very soon.
He's going to try to click the weak galley if he can, but it's stacked on... He gets it. How does he click that?
What the hell?
How does he manage to click that? And he's going to think about taking the fight. It's hard to take the fight near the docks that will send reinforcements, but Sebastian is pushing. He's pushing
Damn.
Yo can always garrison the fishing ships now, but you only shoot 1 arrow in the feudal age. The Hulk comes forward, and Yo, he's still surviving. And it's so tricky to choose when to dive, because if you lose everything, then it's over.
Exactly, and the defender's advantage is really big. So Mr. Sebastian really has to pay attention here and be cautious. Micro so far has been better for him. KD 6-3, so well done by Sebastian. However,
Fireship now.
another engagement. Sebastian wants to jump here, and he is taking a very good step.
He's adding fires too. Fires are supposed to counter the galleys, and having a few in front as a meat shield, the galleys behind might be a better combination.
Exactly. I like the move. I didn't like the fact that Sebastian showed those fire galleys because that allows Mr. Yo to react to that with his own fire galleys. So this is very hard, right? How much do you commit onto galleys? How much to fire galleys? And now even fishing lines in for Mr. Yo. I'm not sure if he is in the right position to do something like that.
Yeah, all this time he's kept the fishing ships working despite the pressure, but there finally we have a fishing ship going down, and it feels like Sebastian, despite that defender's advantage for Yo, is starting to take a
Oof.
better fight, getting to the position he wants with more fires than Yo has. And he's taking a good fight here, I think.
Yeah, Mr. Yo up to Castle Age, however. His
Ooh.
economy is very good. So Sebastian is on
Vikings
target.
economy
Mr.
is
Yo
pretty
doesn't
strong.
really mind to lose all those galleys as long as he has a good trade of that.
Yeah, but Sebastian, he's just going to stay feudal with the fires. He has to worry about the longboats. He can catch up with Castle Age timing if he needs to as the Malay, but he's going to get the fires to surround the galleys. Yo will
Crazy.
do what he can to run
Crazy.
away. Sebastian still up in the KD 18-14. With the fires, maybe he could even think about destroying the docks.
Exactly, and that's what he is thinking of as well. I wouldn't mind Mr. Yo adding a Hallux. Okay, he's doing that now. I was a little bit surprised that he was adding fire galleys instead of Hallux after he killed so many galleys, because that's not something Sebastian will have in mass in order to kill the Hallux. And yeah, Mr. Yo, the only thing he has to do right now is to wait until he's Castle Age so he's able to produce the longboats. However,
Viking
Sebastian
longboats
knows
do be
exactly
strong.
that is a threat, and he needs to kill those dogs as soon as possible.
We saw Yo solve his stone earlier. If you're Sebastian, do you try to do a market and sell your stone too?
You have to.
Cool.
It's all about the timing here. The good thing for Malay is that they advance to the next stage faster, right? So he's not going to be behind in the cast stage timing too much. But the problem is for Sebastian, Mr. Yo has done such a good job at defending his docks here, and there are 30 more seconds until he has the possibility to produce the lovely longboats for the Vikings.
Yeah, and there he is selling the stone. He's taking another good fight. But the KD is still 23-22. It's not like Yo has been completely dead in this transition. He's able to save the galleys and continue running around.
Mr. Yo has done such a good job at keeping the focus from Sebastian from his docks by the counter rate.
The Hulks are pretty
Now the
strong
production
against
should be coming in
fires, it
momentarily,
looks like.
But Mr. Yo is struggling to get the resources for the upgrades here. He's not producing the longboats just yet, and I'm kind of surprised why. He's going for the medium warship upgrade, but no longboats in the queue as of now.
Well, he has a lot left over. Maybe he's thinking he wants to get the upgrade first and then switch to longboats.
I guess so, yeah. It's in general not a bad thing to have that anyway, because sometimes if your opponent goes fully onto galleys, having some fire ships there helps to buffer for the longboats. But yeah, it feels like Mr. Yo will lose those units before the upgrades come in, and that's a nice play by Sebastian.
Damn,
He's up
dude.
to the Castle Age 2. He's going quickly as the Malay, and he's destroying those warships.
Damn.
Just as the medium warship upgrade comes in. However, Yo starting the longboat production. He's starting to move in towards Sebastian's docks. And now if you're the Malay, Jordan, what unit do you make against longboats?
Do you have a unit? That's the question. Like, it feels like if you go Hulks, you're dead. If you go for fire galleys, you are dead. And if you go for galleys, you can compete somewhat. But this heavily depends on the micro as well. Mr. Yo is not known to be the best in terms of micro, so that's good for Sebastian. But having to face the longboats is just something you don't really want to see.
And he's clicking medium warship in Bodkin as he takes the fight under the docks. The more longboats he destroys,
Dude,
the
Hulk
better.
tanks
Sometimes
so
it
much
feels like
damage
the
from
units are
fire.
a bit easier to micro than the war galleys,
That's
so you
true.
might take a good fight.
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel sad you upgrade your ships and you can't micro them as easily.
Maybe the play is to stay with the galleys instead of the war galleys, right? And then you can micro better. But yeah, it just feels not a realistic play here. And yeah,
All right,
there is a
I'm
big
gonna go
advantage
watch
for
the matches,
Sebastian.
boys.
He needs to take the
GG's, more
advantage now,
stream
because
tomorrow,
the
more
longer he
AoE
waits, the better
tomorrow.
worse it's going to be for
I
him.
go.
And he needs to take the
Bye
fight
bye.
against the longboats. The fires move in. He's pushing